Oh man, I gotta share this out. As usual. Oh, there it is, the Whale Blu-ray. We should be live.
Okay.
We
I'm
are.
just gonna share everything out.
Oh my god, they're putting out another edition of the Texas Chainsaw. I can't believe it. There's
want-
so many studios putting this out. They're
I
like,
want
yeah,
your money, Anthony.
Specifically yours.
yes. Any horror fan that they know will be
When are they gonna give you the
suckered in.
Blu-ray with a chainsaw?
That's
When's
when
that
it's going to be
gonna come
worth
out?
it. So you can do you can actually do housework with it. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth
They should
investing
make
that much money.
a Blu-ray chainsaw case. Like you flip over.
Yeah,
you flip open the chainsaw and the disc is there.
Remember that stupid truck edition with the truck?
Yeah.
That thing was so stupid.
I should probably share it on here. Your channel. Go to the community tab or something.
Okay, this edition is for the UK. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not going to do that. The cover art's different too.
We are live.
Hello.
Hello.
Behind the scenes photo. What? The Alchemist. Hello, man. How you doing?
What's up?
He was helping me with Dead Space the other night.
Oh, nice.
What's up, man? I'll pull up the chat here.
Everyone can hear everybody?
I hope so. Can you
All right.
guys hear me and Anthony?
We're all good.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to Game Complainers, episode 477. I'm your host, Barry.
Ghost Anthony.
And Frank.
And tonight, happy birthday to Eli.
Happy birthday, Eli.
Happy birthday, Eli.
Happy birthday to Eli, the one and only. Got a lot of crazy stuff going on tonight.
Oh, yeah. Finally, some stuff's been happening.
Shout out to Liquor Sandwich, the member of this channel. He says, "What's up, guys?"
What's up?
What's up?
Alchemist says, "Happy birthday, Eli." Well, Eli, when you get in here, we'll have to do this all over again. So, what's up?
Oh,
Bunch of
man.
stuff.
I mean, Dead Space has been up with, I think, all of us the past week. So we've been in space, dead. And I felt dead after streaming those couple streams. Those are some pretty long streams, but it was fun.
Right.
How did you guys like your first experience with Dead Space Remake?
Stevie Max in the chat. Hello, fellow humans. Hello, fellow human.
Hello.
And that goes for everyone in the chat, too. How do you guys feel about Dead Space Remake? How
I
you
think
played
it's
it?
a 10 out of 10 remake.
I really enjoyed this thing, man. It was really fun. You know, I think there's a lot of things that I think a lot of people are going to appreciate with what they did here. I think there's a couple things that, like I said, I think lore-wise I'm not too crazy about. That's what kind of stopped me from, completely putting it over 10 for 10. But I still really like the and the alternate ending was, to be honest, kind of shitty now that I'm looking back on it. And you have to get all these. Yeah, but to be honest with you, it's leading to, like, at least what I think they're trying to allude to Dead Space 2. So I don't really know how alternate it really is. I think that's the right ending.
I have info on Dead Space 2. Trainwreck, what's up, man?
Yeah, but I think that's why they did that, because they said, all right, if you do the marker fragments, which are collectibles, that's how you get the alternate ending. So shout out to everyone in the chat on my end that was also, like, helping me try to find some of them, and then I went back and had to pull out a guide. It was a big mess. I had to backtrack and do a bunch of stuff because I didn't get all of them in order, so it was like a whole thing. Some of the lore changes I wasn't crazy about, but I do like the style of this engine. I love how it flows. I like the fact that Isaac talks. The fact that it's just not a bunch of people talking at you, like, Isaac, do this and Isaac, do that. Like, he actually has a reaction.
And
that's what really put it over.
Listen,
for me.
I know engineers. I know how they talk. I know how they act and they speak. And they nailed it with that. He looks and sounds like an engineer.
And they got Gunner back.
A straight up regular guy
Hmm.
who is just doing his job, and he just gets caught up in this crap, and he's just trying to deal with it. But
Right,
like
and-
I've heard how engineers speak and talk. They're
Yeah.
pretty much like, I don't know, high end nerds. And this is kind of, it's the same thing. Like, they nailed it.
Yeah.
They're pretty much nailed. He's not a nerdy guy, but you know what I mean. Like, he's
No.
a very smart guy, but he's an engineer. Like,
He's very
you don't
much
see him
Isaac
start
from 2 and
screaming and
3.
yelling and shit for no reason. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Like, he's just dealing with it as he's going on, and that's like very. Like I said, since I've known some engineers, that's how they act.
Yeah, and here he's literally here to fix the ship. And, you know, it's one of those things where this is Isaac, this is Gunner from 2 and 3 who played Isaac. So I'm sure when he went in and approached this role, because now he's finally in all 3 games. He was only involved in the second one because that's when they started to make
'cause he
Isaac
didn't
speak.
talk in the first one.
Yeah, so there was no reason. So now that they got him in here, and like you said, he probably approached it as, okay, I'm going to approach this Isaac as not as experienced and
Right.
going in as an experienced engineer, but not as experienced in the horror, you know, getting attacked by necromorphs. So they did a really good job with making this thing, you know, stay true to the actual story. They added side missions in here as well that do extend the lore. Again, some of that I'm not super crazy about. And a lot of that, what that lore does is it makes Isaac just not a normal guy. He has connections in this game a lot more than the first one, where the first one is more what Perry was saying, where it was just a guy fixing a ship looking for his girlfriend. That's it. That's how it was.
Well,
through
I
and through
think
to
him
the
not
end.
talking in the original added more to the horror, because then you could hear more about what's going on in the game.
Right. Yeah.
Because when this game was coming out, I saw in the magazines back in the day when I had magazines,
Mm-hmm.
even up until the late 2000s, it made it seem like it was like going to be like Alien, like the first Alien, where you're just walking around and stuff's going to grab you, and it did. You're walking around and the guy grabs you out of the vent and everything.
Yeah.
I think they made him not speak to add to the atmosphere, but now I think that this is a big franchise. They made all their money.
Yeah. They didn't know what they had back then. They didn't even know if there was going to be
now
a
it's a
sequel.
big deal. So they said, let's humanize this guy a little bit. And they did confirm that they are going to work on Dead Space 2. Because the official Dead Space Twitter said, hey, would you like a Dead Space 2 remake? And the poll was like, yes.
Yeah.
So they're going to do it.
Yeah, and again, they're not going to revive Dead Space after 10 years and not keep the momentum going, you know, when you have something, you know, really solid. So I think, again, there's some stuff that, like, they try to make it more connected as a reason why Isaac is in the ship to begin with instead of just a dude that's on the ship.
Right.
And like Perry said, because they kind of were like, okay, let's leave this open so it can connect the two. When I played the alternate ending, or if you guys look it up on YouTube, if you don't want to get all the collectibles, just look at it real quick. It's not very different. It's literally still at the very end when, you know, he's in the ship by himself. There's just a little bit different dialogue, and you're just like, okay, they're trying to lead this to Dead Space 2. Like, they're trying to do this, like, quickly, like Resident Evil. Like, let's do another remake soon. And you know, I'm all for it because this was refreshing to play. It's a fun action survival horror game. It's very fast paced. You have your weapons. You have, you know, the progression system with the skill tree and the upgrades. All that works the same. There's actually an exploit right now before they patch it where you can actually mine credits. If you go to a certain thing and you upgrade the capacity, you throw pulse rifle rounds and you keep picking them up. A very RE5 reset kind of thing with the egg trick. You could do that right now. They're going to patch it, but if anyone wants to get credits for impossible mode and all that shit, I haven't done it yet, but I was just like, that's actually kind of cool, you know, that someone found an exploit. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, guys. I thought it was a solid remake through and through, and it was fun playing it. You know, it did feel like they added that tram system too for the backtracking, and that was really cool that you can do that and unlock a bunch of different shit and get weapon parts, and like it was really extensive. So
very, very nice remake. It's totally worth the money, for sure. What do you think, Frank? Now that we all spoke.
Well, I never played the original. I only played a little tiny bit of it.
This guy doesn't play any original stuff.
Hey, I wasn't even into horror stuff until you
Resident
guys
Evil 1 through 4.
convinced me. But I started playing the game not knowing what to expect, and I'm like, okay, this is like Alien. Like this ship is being taken over. All this crazy stuff happened. Like I've seen enough sci-fi stuff to know like where they're going with it. But then you're going through the rooms and you see like candles lit and like weird stuff, and you're like, wait, what the heck is going on? And slowly but surely you get through the game, and it ends up being more like a Doom scenario where they've created this like monstrosity by accident. And I just thought that was pretty interesting. Like I didn't expect that at the end of the game, like the quote unquote twist.
Yeah. Yes.
And I was like, holy crap, okay. So
Yeah.
like it put a different vibe on the whole game. But I mean I loved it. It's like when I played Resident Evil 2 remake. I never played the original, but the remake was just so good. And it made me like, wow, I really like this. So if they remake Dead Space 2, I'll definitely be checking that out. Absolutely.
Yeah, they definitely they played it it's really close to the point where people are obviously arguing online already because Dead Space fans argue as well, just with any other series of whether or not it's too close to the original. They didn't change enough. So again, you get people that always say that, and then I always say, listen, this is very much like Resident Evil 1 remake where it's very close to how that game was, but they just added more stuff. They switched some stuff around. They switched around how some death scenes work. That's pretty much what Remake did. Remake added Lisa Trevor. They added more areas to the map. You could obviously backtrack a little bit further because there's more rooms, right?
Remake actually added what was on the back
Crimson
of the box
heads
that we didn't get.
Yeah.
I don't know if Frank knows this, but on the back of the Resident Evil 1 case, it said to explore through graveyards, and the graveyard was cut from the game.
Right. Yeah, I knew that because you guys
put it in
it.
Remake finally, and we finally got to see that. Even though it was a little piece of crap graveyard, we still got it. RWK88 with a $4.99 super chat. Damn, fact me a long time. Fact me, Larry. Fuck me.
Thanks for the super chat.
Yes, thank you.
Alchemist has some stuff for Anthony. Liquor Sandwich also got the alternate ending, and he loved it. You're getting 2, so don't worry. 2 is happening. We're getting some pretty good games, man. Every Wednesday, we're coming back here with some heavy hitters. Hi-Fi Rush last Wednesday, and this Wednesday got Dead Space.
Yeah, I want to play more of Hi-Fi Rush when I get the chance. So,
Trainwreck VB, the beautiful. What is it?
Very beautiful
man. Dead Space for the win with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah, they switched around some bosses too, like the asteroids part 2 where you have to calibrate the gun is completely redone. You don't sit in a chair and shoot asteroids out a window anymore. You literally have to go out and do individual guns and turn it and start shooting. That used to be, you used to literally sit in a chair and just, you would have to gun these asteroids as they were coming in, and it would hit you and shit, and you would have 100%, 90%, 70%, 50%, like, it was fucking hard. And that's like something that a lot of people either wanted or they didn't want. But I think with this, like, they reworked it fine. And then the other boss where you had to actually aim the gun and shoot at each section and go to the middle, shoot the center, shoot the right, and get the air, like, that was all redone.
Dude, they did a better job probably than Starfield's going to do with handling space.
The one thing I liked is they got the boots in here from Dead Space 2 and 3. So they redid the, because you don't have to, like, the zero gravity section. I would have liked to see Frank try to do that in the original, where you have to like look up at the ceiling and then you push a button and he just like floats to the side and then flips around, and it's like, it's so,
and you had to look at a specific point to do that.
Yeah, that's annoying.
In this game, you're literally like, wherever you want, and then you use the bumpers and the triggers to like go left and right and forward,
and you
back.
can land and stuff. That's just
so fluid,
smooth. Yeah,
and the physics always like blow my mind in this game. Like you're floating around, and you'll just be so disoriented because you're like, wait, like I can go anywhere in space, and you'll throw
try to play the original, buddy. You'll be disoriented in 2 seconds.
Well, I thought it was like a good touch to it because you can always go back, like you said, with the bumpers and land back down and see where you're at.
And you can find items, right? Like the game does reward you for taking your time looking through rooms. Like when you upgrade your level security, like if you do the side missions, it actually helps you get more items. So I didn't know this the first playthrough, but when I looked at when I was leaving chapter 11, it was like, all right, you're about to leave. Any side missions? And I was like, side missions? I was like, what? There's fucking side missions? So I went back and I was like, oh, it's in the menu. You have to like look at it, and it has a segment, and some of them you can only do at certain points, but if you select it, it's on your nav, like your nav system, so it's easy to like, because you can get lost, dude. When I was trying to backtrack for collectibles, I spent 2 hours, guys, like trying to get a couple collectibles. Like I felt so bad for the stream, but like, dude, even when you backtrack, there's shit popping out of the wall still. Like, it's not like you backtrack and, oh, you cleared the room, you're good. No, the game knows what you're doing. So it's going to spawn enemies because it knows what you're trying to do. And I like that, man. I kept it refreshing because in the original, you would end a chapter and you would go to the tram and that would be it. It would be like end chapter. Every time you went to a tram, it would end the chapter. Now it's all seamless.
Tram now.
And you ride it around. So anytime a chapter would end now, it happens while you're playing the game immediately. Back in the old one, every time you saw a tram, you knew you were at the end of the chapter and you couldn't backtrack. You couldn't go back to chapter 4, or 3 to get a collectible. No, you're at that chapter unless you have a save there. So they just made it work better because everything's seamless. Everything loads quick. It runs awesome on the Series X. Obviously, it sucks we can't get 4K 60 out of it, but I still like the fact. I mean, I streamed in 1080 60, so like that's what I streamed at. Still looks fine for me. Good. Yeah, I mean, they didn't do a bad job with giving us an engine that we don't want to see come back. I think the Frostbite is handling this perfect. And
it's about time. They created the Frostbite engine 10 years ago.
Yeah, and it looks like we're finally getting shit. Yeah, it's like we're finally getting shit that's like taking advantage of everything. The only game that ran
good on the Frostbite was Plants vs. Zombies.
Yep.
That's what you guys were saying. I remember that. Yeah, because I remember I played that with you guys.
It was created for Battlefield, and Battlefield roamed like shit.
Yeah, now it's like, now Battlefield's kind of like taking the back seat of everything.
It's been taking the back seat. We were like, they created this Frostbite shit, and it sucks for Battlefield. But
they gave up on the last game, like, 2 months or 3 months after it came out? The last Battlefield, they gave up on that game. So they didn't even care.
Well, but 2046.
2042.
Yeah, there's definitely still some EA properties that are definitely not in good shape. But with this,
it's okay.
But with this coming back with, after 10 years of no Dead Space, I think it's time. And I think Perry always talks about it as well. Like, we talked about it even back then, like when RE2 was going to come out, that it was hopefully going to kick down the doors for these remakes. And now you got Dead Space, you're getting Alone in the Dark, you're getting all these games coming back, Silent Hill, because they see the money that Capcom's making over here in this corner of these remakes, and they're like, yo, we want in on that. Like, it's an industry thing. It's we talk about competition all the time. It's a competition thing. It's good because we got to see these, survival horror.
They know they're going to make money on it because
it's an easy grab. It's an easy cash grab. Yeah.
But I had a feeling they were going to do this right because you had the original devs making Callisto Protocol. And I was like, all right, it's a make or break for them. Either they can pull it off or they won't be able to. EA's got the cash. EA was going to do the best they could to sink that game. And I think they kind of succeeded. You're not talking about Callisto, you're talking about this.
Right.
And you're supposed to talk about Callisto over this.
I'm talking about both, that's how I find myself. Like, I want to go back and do a new game. I'm just saying,
everyone on the internet's like, they already forgot about Callisto.
No, I know what you mean. Like, the general, like, once it bombed, it was kind of done.
It sucks because Callisto's a good game, and there's a lot of issues with it. I like Callisto. I think it's a different game entirely than this game.
Me too. I agree. And I think if
this
you want
is like Alien, and I think Callisto's more like Alien 3. You know what I mean? Where you got to be brutal with that.
It's more in your face horror. Yeah, it's more just like it's very brutal and sludgy and slower on purpose because that's the kind of like combat that it's going for. This is very like fast. You can move and shoot, have all this stuff.
EA had more of an incentive to spend more money on this one and make it really good, so they could show.
Look at RE2.
So they can
show RE2 was the example.
Hey, bitch, we still got it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because EA was kind of lacking with bringing out these IPs back for years. I mean, everyone's been asking for Dead Space for either a sequel or a remake, and
isn't it good that we got these remakes at the correct time when the graphics are really good? And
yeah, I mean, I'd rather not them half-ass it. And again, after
how many more people like RE2 remake? How many more new people are going to play these games and become more fans?
Yeah,
it only helps like your channel.
Right. Well, there's new fans, new horror fans every day, for anything. And I think it's good that people can jump in and also play it with a more, modernized way. Because again, it is going back and playing the original. It's still there. If you want to play it, I still like the original. I like things that the original did better story wise.
Fuck that game. We got we're good.
No, that's fine. But I like some of the stuff that the original did with the story a little bit better. But I'm not sitting here saying, oh, that's going to make me like, hate Dead Space. I still really enjoyed it, and I had really fun. Did it have stuttering problems on PC? Yeah, I guess so.
It's the
Well, the
Nouveau.
play continues, right?
Well, look at Resident Evil Village. Every time I
That was
fired a
awful.
friggin' gun, it froze the screen for a second.
It crashes for people on Steam Village and shit. Like that was a big deal.
I never had that problem, but
that's what I heard. I never had that problem firsthand. I don't own it on PC.
That never happened to me. When you would fire Anthony, it'd be like, you know what I mean?
What the hell?
And I'm like, what the hell? I got a 3080 in here. Why is it doing that?
Yeah.
And then we found out that they had like 2 layers of Denuvo, and they were able to crack one layer, and it stopped the stuttering. And then
but it's like, why do you got to worry about that? Like, you shouldn't have to.
Yeah, man. That stuff ruins game. If you're going to put something in there, make it so it doesn't hinder the game for people that actually bought it. Because eventually they're going to crack the game, and then everyone's going to be able to play it fine. Richard's here. What's going on, Richard? Village was like a slideshow every time one of the daughters grabbed me, like 90 FPS to single digits. I never had a problem with that. I only had a problem with the shooting.
Liquor Sandwich says manually loading the save instead of hitting continue on PC for Dead Space helps with the FPS, VB. Hope it helps you too. So there you go. Shader crashing issues mixed with Denuvo crap. All right, well there you go. I
never had shader problems.
I mean, I think it's, again, the PC stuff, because like you said, they always put that shit in there. There's always problems with it.
This game is very demanding. Sucks. Like, my 3080 is now kind of like worthless. I had to run this at 1880p or whatever the fuck.
Damn.
And it was fine. But there were times where it slowed down. And I was also running OBS at the same time to stream. And that killed my computer because it was getting... The entire computer has never gotten so hot to touch. It was getting hot to touch.
Damn.
That's why I like to hook up the computer to the Elgato separately, but I can't do that because it's my main computer and the 3080's in here. Now I haven't tried playing it without OBS. I'm sure it's gonna run a lot better, but those were the issues I was having because I was streaming it right from the computer. So,
right.
But if you could get a 40 series card, everybody, fucking do it. Don't listen to the internet. It's like, oh, don't buy a 40 series. Don't give them the money. Just do it. Because they're making the games high demand on purpose. So. You played it on PC, Frank, right? Did you have any issues?
Yeah. The only time I would get some stuttering or frame dips is if I entered a new room. And then it would kind of just catch up and stay solid. So, but I was only running it at 1080p. I did 1080, 120 frames with this card. So I don't know if I beef it up to 4K, because I only have the 1080p monitors. If I beef it up to 4K, I probably have to turn some stuff down.
Well, that's what I want to know. When you get a 4K TV or monitor or whatever the hell you do, I want you to bump that up to 4K and let me know.
Yeah.
Because
we'll see what happens.
I might have to go grab one of those 40 series cards. Even though I don't want to, but it might have to happen. I had issues streaming this when you have OBS to stream it. Yep. That's why, I just mentioned that because I remember when you were streaming Resident Evil from my Alienware Alpha from outside the shop, and you guys were running into problems.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, you can't run... You can't run both the game and streaming at the same time with OBS, because OBS takes up all your resources. I was getting 120 FPS mostly, but some areas it dipped really bad.
The computer inside, I had to do 1080p low, and I was getting 50 to 60 frames. So it is a really demanding game.
Very demanding. This is what they're going to do now. They're going to make games more demanding, so go out and buy new cards. It's the only way they're going to get you.
It makes sense.
It makes sense, but it's not cool.
No.
Imagine if every time a new game came out, you had to buy a new Xbox.
Forget that.
Yeah, it's like you want to invest in a baby. No, I was putting the stuff back in the bag in one spot, so.
He was lifting somebody.
Yeah, especially because the cards are so expensive now. You'd want to get your money
That's why
worth
they're
out of
doing
it.
this. They want you to buy the cards. It's like Windows 11. They're like, oh, you need to buy a brand new computer. Like, no, you don't.
No.
But they make you think you do.
Yep.
And everyone runs out and buys a brand new computer.
We were running Windows 11 on everything, sanctioned or not.
I put Windows 11 on a 2009 Dell 560 Inspiron.
Wow.
With an SSD in there, it runs beautiful.
Well, there you go. You could do it.
No issues. Windows 11, 1, 2, 3. And it's not supposed to be on a computer from like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
I put it on
said,
a computer from almost 20 years ago. Runs
it
great.
ran on the VCS too, remember? It ran well.
Yeah, but that's a newer computer. I'm talking about
Well,
old.
it's still like low end, very low end.
Yeah, high low end, but or low end.
Yeah.
Hopefully they patch it soon. Whatever, I'm done playing the game.
Yeah, I'm done with it for now. So
it runs fine on Xbox. We know PlayStation has issues. Apparently they got a patch yesterday, so I don't know what's going on with that one. It was running in the 40s. Xbox was a cool 60, and it was running in the 40s on PlayStation 5. So, there you go. I just beat Callisto. I beat it the other night, too, as well, yeah. I had people in the chat room with me. You were in there, right, Anthony, at one point?
Yeah.
I'm playing Ring Around the Rosie with the final boss. I'm jumping over the thing. I'm vaulting. And I finally did it. And then the ending was kind of stupid. It was like a twisted ending. You're thinking, okay, they're both going to get out of there, and then the lady leaves the guy.
Well, there's only one pod left. You know what I mean? So they did that thing where, like, I kind of knew that was going to happen. I was like, he's going to just push Danny to the pod. And that's what he ended up doing. Because he just felt, because he was so oblivious, he felt responsible, like he had to, like, redeem himself.
Right.
Because he just tried to play dumb, like he didn't know what his deliveries were for when he was actually carrying this whole thing that started everything. And, so again, it's kind of like it's more of a slower in-your-face horror game where this is more of your fast-paced action horror combo. And, pick what you like, play both if you like them. I think survival horror fans are going to enjoy what they like. I think it's a good time to be a survival horror fan because you get good games no matter what kind of horror fan you like, you're into, or what kind of horror you're into rather. You have choices. So whether you like, you're waiting for Silent Hill, if you like the more psychological horror, if you're into the RE4 stuff, obviously RE4 is going to be your jam, or this will be your jam, or Callisto.
What if this is better than RE4?
A lot of people are saying that, but I doubt it. I think RE4 is. I think RE4 is going to change a decent amount because of the actual, like, what gameplay mechanics besides, like, the air jumping in Dead Space was really, like, different. Like with RE4, they have a parry system. They have multiple knives. You have way more ways you can actually command Ashley now. Like there's different layers.
You just need to play the game like RE2. You know what I mean? It's like they're adding more shit just to bloat it out.
But again, people are saying they're not adding enough parry. Because ever since the Game Informer things came out, people are saying the same thing. It's just but I'm saying that because who cares what normal people say? But people like the bitch no matter what game, what franchise, no matter how long it's been. You want to hear the best thing? People like the bitch.
It said there won't be any QTEs, and a bunch of people on Twitter were like, "What are QTEs?"
No. Yeah, well, I mean, you got to admit, at least that's cool, right? You're not going to be sitting there worrying about fucking dodging a boulder and shit.
QTEs are a pain in the ass because I put the controller down for a second and then the guy gets killed.
Yeah. But look, I'm not going to say, like, RE4. Again, I think Dead Space Remake and RE4, I think RE4 does have some competition. That's safe to say, right? I'm not going to disregard Dead Space. I just think that
Look, I was just joking when I said they'd be better.
Oh, no, I know.
The thing is, it's like, you can't. They're both different in their own ways.
They're both different. And that's why I'm not sitting here comparing Callisto to Dead Space and all this shit. Right. Like, I'm not comparing Callisto to Dead Space, even though they are closer in, like, their, because it's sci-fi horror, right? But I still judge them on their own. I like them both. I like them both for their own reasons. So, again, it just depends on what you like. What's your cup of tea? I think RE4 is going to make. I think because I'm an RE fan, I'm obviously going to lean more towards RE4 with a lot of like the things that I'm looking forward to, like my most what I'm really looking forward to this year. But I was looking forward to this one, and it actually succeeded my expectations because I thought it was just going to be
not succeeded.
What's that?
It exceeded your expectations.
That's what I said.
You
I didn't say
succeeded.
I said
I
exceeded,
thought you said
but
succeeded.
it's all good. Sometimes I talk too fast for my my brain, so that's what I'm doing when I get excited or passionate about this shit. But he's getting excited. Stop him. No, so I think people will like remakes that are either 1-for-1, or you'll like remakes like RE3 that actually do something different and try to switch things up. It's always going to cause different conversations, but it's all good. We're getting a lot of survival horror stuff, so I just think it's a good time to be a survival horror fan and enjoy what you like. And now we're getting sequels. We're getting Dead Space 2 and so on and so forth, so it's all good.
The Alchemist with a $5 super chat. Hate me. I almost like Dead Space more than Remake 2 because it doesn't completely remove content. Oh. Those are fighting words, Anthony.
Well, Remake 2 didn't remove content. Remake 3 removed content according to the fans. But I think Remake 2 cut out the scenario zapping system. Yeah, that's not in there. The whole AB scenario is not really in there. It doesn't really make sense. But they didn't like cut content. I guess it'd be considered somewhat like cut, but they didn't make it connect. Like they didn't actually make those story pieces connect, which is the only complaint that I have for RE2 Remake. Again, it's a very little thing, but that's just what I still think RE2 Remake's amazing, but RE3 is normally the one that people keep bitching about cut content. Ever since that game came out in April of 2020, you never heard the end of it. So
Stevie Mac said the same thing. He ran in circles. Once they fix it to 7 out of 10, they need to add another chapter as well. I beat it under 10 hours, taking my sweet time. RWK says, bro, I'm seeing RE3 and Call of Duty vibes in RE4. Watch younger kids will say RE4 ripped off Dead Space.
Yeah, I know, right?
You can find more guns in RE4 than you can in Call of Duty and Far Cry. Fuck me.
It does have a good amount of guns from the Merchant. The Merchant is coming back, so as we know.
How do they get that guy in there? With like a crane or something?
Liquor sandwich.
What's that?
That fat guy, isn't that the Merchant?
So that's the
in
Duke.
RE4 there's a different guy.
Yeah, okay. The Duke was pretty much they just took that concept that just made a different character, but now they're making them like know each other, right? So they're trying to draw that connection. But this Merchant's supposed to be in the original RE4 he was Australian, which doesn't make sense because the game's in Spain, but I think now he has a Spanish accent. So I think the Merchant's gonna have a lot more upgrades. There's side really quests in RE4. So
if he spoke Spanish and Leon didn't understand him, and they just got into a fight, and Leon pushed him and killed him and stole his gun. He
tells him the wrong price. He's like, what the hell? Yeah, I think the RE4 Merchant is going to be. I mean, he's pretty iconic for RE4, so I think he's going to come back and they'll do some cool shit with him. They'll have the side quests that you can turn in for extra, guns. You could shoot the medallions again. So they have that layer coming back to it, which is cool.
I have been okay with no zombies for RE2, and the third half of the game wasn't exactly the same except for one boss. Second run, I would say. It says liquor sandwich.
Yeah, like there wasn't really that much difference in B, I guess a lot of people were saying for the RE2 remake. I see what you're saying with that. They didn't make it as different as it was in the original.
Alchemist, you don't know who the RE4 Merchant is, Frank. He never played it.
No, this will be my first.
Well, you technically did play RE4 because you played Village, which is like a remake of fucking RE4.
But now, like, the enemies in Village suck. The Lycans suck. Like, the Ganados are good.
But he's going to play it and be like, this is Village. They use the same template.
It's a different vibe. Yeah, it's true. It's just a different vibe in this RE4. I think you'll like it more, so.
Callisto looks generic and released unfinished. RE3 remake cut out a lot of content. It was a huge missed opportunity. Dead Space remake is solid, and RE4 looks good so far. Yeah, I can't wait, says Richard.
Different strokes for different folks.
RE4 needs a delay. I see a man's legs going through a woman's... Wait, what?
He's saying he's seeing glitching and a lot of people are bitching about the rain. Like, again, you can't escape. You can't escape the bitching. You can't escape
We
the
have
bitching.
people complaining about this game, Dead Space. So look, people are going to complain about everything. It doesn't need a delay. Because guess what? They'll delay it and it's still going to be there.
Instead of talking about like the new enemy they showed and other stuff, people were talking about the rain and how it looks. Like, imagine if I was on Dead Space and I was like, Perry, I don't like how the gloss on Isaac's helmet doesn't shine on the red light. You know, like, I'm not sitting here like, you know, I don't know.
An ace went through Ashley and it didn't hurt her. An ace?
You mean an axe?
An ace.
He throws ace. He throws a card. Yeah, the card at her.
Was he Gambit?
Yeah, Gambit in Resident Evil now. We need Resident Evil versus Mortal Kombat. It needs to happen.
Resident Evil would lose.
The merchant is Rain from Mortal Kombat. You didn't know that?
No. There's a funny little MK2 reference in the last episode of Last of Us.
Oh, okay. Anyone see the Goat Man? Who's the Goat Man? It's also important to not blindly love a game that comes out. Games like Callisto need to be called out. Well, the game is good. It's just, it ran like shit when it came out.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Like,
now here's
you can have
the thing.
an opinion.
Callisto didn't make the money back. So are we even going to get a season pass?
Right. Are they even going to follow up on that content?
Because they released that New Game Plus a month early just to make sure they got in front of this game. Because they knew that no one's going to go back to it after this game. So if they make the season pass, Anthony, I think they should tell you what happens to your guy and just wrap it up.
Yeah, just really wrap up that story.
Because
if you know deep down you're not going to
unfortunately,
make a sequel.
the IP is dead at this point. Unless you have somebody like Microsoft come in and go, we'll give you X amount of dollars for the IP and blah, 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 blah. You make the second one. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I think, unfortunately, it's dead.
They'll just take
But I hope they don't
abandon
abandon it and be like, it's dead. Screw all you people. You could really build upon this and fix it, and then, maybe you'll make the money back somehow and make another one.
Like you said, you just kind of, you just have to, enjoy, the stuff that, again, if there's not a sequel to stuff like that or things that, same thing with movies all the time. Like, you go see a movie, sometimes it doesn't, do very well. There's no sequel, right? But you still might like the movie, even though, like, most people shit on it. It's just a matter of opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. So you like what you like.
You're right, Anthony. Will you please forgive me, says RWK? Forgive me
no.
For what the hell?
Talking about the ace? I don't know.
Oh my god. He's literally begging for forgiveness.
All right, so Dead Space 10 out of 10 for me. What do you give it?
I would say I mean this is a solid 8 or 9 out of 10. That's where I'm sitting at.
I give it a 10 out of 10.
Of what?
10.
10 out of 10.
Nice, you guys 10s all around. I like it.
Japanese?
Yes.
We're sorry.
Let's. Speaking of remakes, it looks like Halo's getting rebooted.
Yes, thank God. Hopefully.
By 343.
See, that's the part I don't like. I like the Unreal part, but I don't like the 343 part.
So, 1 out of 10, Isaac wasn't naked. This is train wreck. That's why RWK hates this game. Isaac wasn't running around with his lit up schlong. Imagine his health bar is a schlong. It's all lit up and everything.
Yeah, but never mind.
He has the extended armor,
Yeah. I
didn't get the collector's edition either.
I think Halo Remake is the best way to go, but 343. Yeah, you have to, at this point, you have to kill it, man. Halo is so bitch slapped. Worse than Resident Evil at this point. You know what I mean? Like, it's got so much shit going on. Nobody cares.
And there is even more money behind this Halo than any game ever made, and they still couldn't get it right. So where do you go from here?
Start over.
You're gonna remake it and reboot it, and people are still gonna bitch, Perry. They're still gonna be like, "Oh, we want a sequel, though.
Listen,
we want a sequel to 6 or a sequel to whatever Halo Infinite this is. This is 6, right? Technically, so they want a 7.
No, they're not making a 7. They're gonna reboot it from day one. Nothing.
No, but I'm saying,
anymore.
But again, that's the problem you're seeing. Like, are people gonna,
they should
actually
reboot
want
it like
them
this right here? What you're looking at on the screen, like Dead Space. They should make
I would love to see 1, like 2, man. Like the remake of 2, like like how they did 2, like those cutscenes in the Master Chief Collection for 2 are fucking amazing. Like they look so good.
Well,
that
you should make a horror
good.
game with Chief where he's blowing up the flood and all blood's all over the place.
I mean, they could do a lot with the Unreal if they actually use their resources right.
And then he runs into Doom Guy at the end.
It's a crossover.
That would be amazing. And then they go into the closet and they hit the cryogenics thing, and BJ Blazkowicz unfreezes. We'll just have everybody.
Come on, I hope you make a good game. Follow me, let's go.
Don't worry.
You're escaping 343. Castle Wolfenstein is 343. Dude, just shut the fucking 343 down, man. Shut that shit down.
Yeah, we've been saying this
Tell
for
everyone
weeks now.
to get out of the fucking
tired.
building, light a match, and fucking blow that shit up.
Got to start over from somewhere, right? Like, I think, I mean, if you're going to go back to 1 and just, talk about the story and the lore again and get people interested in Halo, like our dude's off the box. Like, he's off the box. We talked about this. Like, they don't even advertise.
We found out this week that they never had the content ready for the single player expansion. They never even started it.
Oh my
and this fucking lady is lying on the fucking internet. Oh yeah, we got that coming. Don't worry. Stay with us.
No. Stay with us, please. Stay on our game, please.
Yeah, stay with us, and they had nothing to show me.
I mean, the story since like 4 has just kind of sucked anyway. Like, forget it. Just start
4
over.
4 was a good game, but the Promethean sucked. The story sucked.
Yeah, it's like they tried. They gave them 3 games to try to get it back, and they just couldn't do it. So enough.
Infinite I think was good until they just didn't give us any more stuff.
Right.
And you know what? It is time to light a match and just kill it, because they don't even know where it's going.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it's such a simple. It was a simple game that they took 6 ways from Sunday, and they didn't know what the hell they were doing with it. So you know what? Start over, reboot it, make it like this shit, where it's serious and there's blood and everything. And hey, maybe you'll have a better game. They're gonna do it in Unreal Engine, so it's gonna look fantastic. But they need to get on the ball with that, because that's their IP. Like, if Mario Brothers sells like shit, Nintendo's not going to be like, oh, we're going to kill it. No, Nintendo's going to make a better Mario game next time. Or at least try. They're not going to kill their fucking mascot.
No. Not at all.
That's why I don't get why they took Master Chief off the damn box.
So
with
like
this
he was
flavor of the month, like, really.
Right.
If a Mario game sucks, you're not going to take Mario off the box, or he's not going to no longer be you're not going to make Kirby your mascot if a Mario game sucks.
No. You got to have the household. You got to have the household name.
He wasn't even on the box for a year, okay? He was on the box for like 6-7 months. Then they put the Forza car in the box. Now they're putting Starfield on the box, which, okay, I could see if you went from Chief to Starfield, but Forza? A car outdid Master Chief?
Remember what we discovered last night? So last night we played for like a minute just because we had to hop on the Series X because we couldn't play anything else. And we get into the game, and the map is just the reskinned map. It's literally the exact same map.
They reskinned the outside map with indoor paneling.
And we were like, "This is it." Like,
and they were like, "Oh, we want the community." No, you want us to do your job that you're being paid for.
Now they're restructuring shit, right? According to them. But how long do you think they're just going to make this remake right from scratch?
Yes.
Like, and just be like, you know what, we're going to do this now. Like, they're not going to wait years.
From what I heard online, they were like, They didn't want to do. They wanted to stay on Slipspace, and then I think the new people that came in a couple of months ago, they were like, "We want to go Unreal," and there was like a battle between
like who wanted what,
and Unreal guys won, and then they laid a bunch of people off. So I don't know. Maybe they got rid of the people they wanted. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on, but apparently that's it. The Unreal team won, and that's it. They're going to be rebooting this in Unreal, which I'm all for, because the Slipspace. Let me tell you something, brother. Okay, in Halo Infinite, I'm running, and it still seems like I'm in slow motion when I'm running. I took the shaky camera off and all that. You can still see something weird. Jack Pierre, what's up, man?
What's up?
There's still something weird about it. You can still see like slow motion as you're running. Even when you're in 60 frames or 120 hertz or whatever, you can still see like the way that he's moving is a little bit slow. So if they do this, they reboot it. It's an Unreal Engine 5, which is crazy to begin with. It's not going to be on the other console, the Xbox One. Like, that's done. It's going to be only for this machine.
What about the next 10 years of Halo on
They said that deal is over. There's no more 10-year thing. It's over.
The turmoil, right? So they talk about that in the headlines, like the turmoil that we just mentioned too, about them trying to figure out getting everyone on the same page. But I feel like it's all lost. I mean, it's already lost time and money. We know this, but they really got to move their ass with this. They can't let us sit here for another like 4 years with no Halo. Yeah, like, dude, you see all these remakes and reboots making money. You got to get the fuck in.
We need what?
We need a Halo.
Oh,
now.
We do.
New engine seems like the right choice because a couple of Halo games didn't look great. We need to showcase a car that nobody can afford to buy, says Trainwreck. 343 be like Halo. What is Halo? Even with Unreal Engine, watch them mess it up. I really am not confident that 343 is making it. But we will see what happens, right?
Well, you also can't be just relying on the engine. There has to be more there that is just like, hyping this game up. You have to make promises, to the fans and say, look, we're going to have co-op from the start. We're going to have, a multiplayer system that's just like Infinite with like, in terms of like, the armors and the animations and stuff that people like. Bring over that system, change the ranking system that people complained about that they never fixed. And I don't know, just like make like certain changes that work. Because I think there's already a lot of people that, are already kind of over what they're doing in Infinite now, as far as like the gameplay and stuff. Like, yeah, it feels good for the most part with the game, as far as like how the game plays with the controller, because the old Halos were obviously like, a lot more slowed down. But I think if they approach it with just like a fresh coat of paint and also switch things up, make things a little bit different, like, add a formula that works, I think they could make it work. But I don't know.
I'm hoping because they let a bunch of people go, they're gonna, and they also got new management. Maybe the people that screwed this up royally are gone.
Right.
We're gonna have some new people. I'm also thinking that I've always thought this, but I wasn't too sure that engine might have had a lot to do with their problems, because it seems like it's so hard to. Why can't they get maps out? No, even if you're incompetent, you can get maps out.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
They just couldn't seem to do it. And
it's like, what wall were we hitting here?
Yeah, and I think with them getting rid of, I think they fired like 95 people. They might have been getting rid of the people that were fluent in the Slipspace engine and are bringing in Unreal experts. Because I know people
that would make sense. Yeah,
spend time in different engines or whatever, and you can learn it. But they might really want to get something out, like we're saying, like we need it now. They might just say, listen,
and get good guys in there. Yeah,
bring in guys that are already working in Unreal. Get this going. Like, let's try to get it out quickly. So I mean, I think this is a better move than trying to salvage the game, but at the end of the day, we don't know. We have to wait and see.
Everyone loves Oreos. Everyone!
Can't go wrong with Oreos.
Oh, they had those new Oreos at ShopRite.
What?
By the way, if you're looking for them.
Did you find the D-Pep yet?
No.
Pepto-Bismol. What?
I gotta find the D-Pep, Dr.
The
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper you sent in the chat.
Oh, the strawberry shortcake one?
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Still tastes like crap.
Probably. Like medicine.
Probably.
Oreos. Maybe development will be tighter focus, a smaller group. So happy to buy Evil Dead since it's free for PlayStation. Well, Ruby tomorrow or today, the 2nd.
Yeah, Ruby.
In 1 minute, the Ruby pack
Hopefully-
goes up.
Hopefully, I can just. Am I able to just buy her, or do I have to unlock her?
I think you have to buy the new pack that's coming out today.
That's fine. I don't care. I'll do it.
Now, you know what's funny? They
What?
showed a quick little like teaser trailer for the stuff today, the content, on the Evil Dead Twitter. And one guy commented, what's the other girl's name?
Uh,
I forgot what her name was. It just
Right,
real
Ruby.
blank. No, not Ruby. The other one.
the
one
Pablo's girlfriend, right?
Pablo's girlfriend. What's her name in the show?
Oh, Kelly.
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 One guy wrote, "I see nothing's for Kelly, so it's a hard pass." and the Evil Dead people responded, "Wait till tomorrow. She's in there."
That's funny.
Hard pass.
I always like when they write something like on there and they don't expect to get a reply
From the actual
reply.
people.
Yeah, from the source.
Yeah, that was funny.
That's a game that I really want to try to jump back on and play. I just didn't really give it much time, but I really enjoyed it. Like from what I played of the Evil Dead game, but I would like to, go
Here's
on
the
and play
problem with
that.
Evil Dead. They update it, it's broken. They update it, they fix it. They update it again, and they fucking break it again.
That's why I don't really like playing it anymore. But
Yeah, we stopped playing it.
Really?
There was like a second or third update that fixed the whole game, and we were like. Then they did another update, and they made everything super hard, and they fucked everything up.
it's
No
not fun
way.
anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I'm even hesitant.
That's a
to,
bummer. That's a
to
bummer.
get the new content, but we'll see.
We're gonna check it out tonight.
Well, I was gonna say, like, let me know because I want to. I at least want to try to jump on, and play that again.
We'll be playing that later tonight. Did you ever stream that new Ghostbusters game? I don't know. I played it for like 5 seconds on PC. We got to play that new Ghostbusters game at some point because we all bought it and we never played it.
It's 4-player, isn't it? It's like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. It's 4 players.
That's just what I heard. People were saying Left 4 Dead Ghostbusters. I was like, what the fuck?
Who cares? I'll take it.
I know. I don't, dude. I'm fine with that. I like the 2009 game that they got the.
They're filming the
remaster.
next movie already, and Bill Murray's going to be in it. At first, they said he wasn't going to be in it.
I'm so happy they're just doing another movie. They're not waiting years. Like, we're just getting stuff. Like, do it now while these people are alive and around. You know what I mean? Because you could do all these cool concepts and like things, again, crossing characters, bringing in the new characters, having those old characters. Like, that's all we wanted. Right. Like, you know what I mean? And that's why you were satisfied with Ghostbusters. I think we were all satisfied with the last Ghostbusters. That was like a good way to balance everything out and modernize that stuff with the new, effects and everything they have. So,
I love Ghostbusters, but I think one of my Longhorn, Foghorn,
Foghorn, Leghorn,
whatever. I think the last one, it's a hot take, but I think that's the best one. And I love Ghostbusters 1 and 2 just like everybody else.
Yeah, you grew up with them,
Afterlife was like, for me, it was like the best one. Because it really gets you at the end. It was a
true third film. You know, it really was. It really did bring everything back around, and I think there's a lot of cool stuff that, like you said, them doing the sequel stuff, they're already shooting it. It's probably going to come out, probably next year, I would say. You know what I mean? Maybe next summer.
It already has a date.
Oh, does it?
I forgot what it was, but yeah, it has a date already.
Yeah, I forgot they always try to put these dates out on everything. But yeah, I mean, hey, it's cool with me. I really like the last one, and I'll check out the game. Is it still $60 or $70, whatever?
No, we got it for like $20 on sale.
$20.
What are you, crazy? $60.
Pay full price for Ghostbusters.
Yeah, we pay $60 at retail because we got the collector's edition, and Amazon accidentally made that $29.99.
Did they?
Really low.
Yeah, we got it. I got 2 of them, and it worked.
That's so killer. They didn't cancel it on you.
Oh. I just got killed here. By the walrus. I call that monster the walrus.
It kind of is.
That's appropriate, yeah.
Foghorn Leghorn, I tell you, it will talk to you, baby.
No.
I can't read the chat tonight. I got forced to see women Ghostbusters on a date, and I was beyond miserable the whole time.
So happy it's not in the collector set.
Camel, what's up, man? Just got off work. Nice juicy burger with bacon, brisket. What the hell's a brisket? Onions,
Brisket.
tomatoes.
Yeah, it's like meat.
Pepperoncinis, barbecue sauce, horseradish ketchup. This guy's full of shit. This guy says he puts all this stuff on a hamburger. He's gonna go
works
like
in
this
a kitchen,
squeeze
though.
everything out.
He works in a kitchen. You know, he's stacking it up. He's using like all the, you know.
Yeah, but he's got a hamburger this fucking big. Okay,
he's got the
he's gonna go like
sandwiches.
And all it's just gonna squeeze out. He's not gonna get a bite in.
I always hated how that looked on Scooby-Doo when they would eat the sandwiches, and you're just like, it's never that easy to eat the sandwich. Shit falls out. Like, come on. He's got the food ready. He's like, yo, I'm using all the recipes here.
Just grabbing everything he could find.
Yeah, he's like, throw it on. Throw it on.
Walrus looks like Paul Heyman. It's like a tug of war with the game. Half the team wants it while the other one doesn't. For what game? Halo?
Halo.
Halo? This is what I got to say about Halo, brother. I had to mush it with my hand. Well, wouldn't it all flew out?
You gotta hold that thing. You gotta have
squeeze it together like a pair of butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Was Vince the final boss in Dead Space remake? He should have been.
You get Paul Heyman to hype up the next Dead Space or the next horror game. Just get him out of there.
I like how he was standing right next to that sign, holding the belt up.
I still love Paul Heyman years later. Like, he's still the best. Like, if there's a hype man, ultimate hype man, you know what I mean? Like, still to this day.
I used to watch him on ECW, man. I never forget when he cut the promo on the network. He was like, we get one freaking commercial. You just gave Vince McMahon $100 million to throw us off the network.
Oh,
and now
so
he's
killer.
like fucking, he's like Vince's right-hand man over there. Him and Bruce Pritchard.
I don't want to sidebar the conversation, but how was the Rumble? Like, all things considered. I know I kind of asked you when I was streaming, but I just wanted to hear from you guys.
It was tolerable, but not good.
The only reason why it was okay was because there were so many Rumbles. There was the men's Rumble, the women's Rumble.
Right.
That it didn't feel like it took forever.
They kept it moving at least.
Where if they had matches, they'd be like 40-minute matches apiece.
At least it's not 2 days. So...
Not yet.
Yeah.
There's still time.
There'll be so many Rumbles. They'll be like, "Oh, we need 2 days."
The whole Rumble is going to be 3 hours, and then the women's Rumble is going to be 3 hours. You need 2 nights for that.
They'll have matches in between the Bridget, you know.
The Bray Wyatt match was the worst.
Yeah,
really.
The Mountain Dew match.
They had Mountain Dew sponsor this match, and it's literally a Mountain Dew match.
And
I was like, "Wow, they went full WCW." They had the Slim Jim match. This guy, they're fighting, the lights go out, then there's popcorn at ringside that's like green, and everything's
like
neon
Mountain Dew
and glowing and everything, and the ropes are glowing. And
wait, were they sponsoring a flavor or was it just Mountain Dew?
Pitch Black.
A flavor.
Oh, I just had Pitch Black on the stream.
It was the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
It's like the Space Mountain Dew. So I was like, I'm going to get this with Dead Space. And I was just like, it just tastes like berry. It tastes like blackberry, like Mountain Dew. So there you go.
And then Uncle Howie, the guy called him Uncle Howie. It's Uncle Howie.
Captain Howdy from Exorcist?
I said Captain Howdy. When I was at the show, when we were watching it, I said Captain Howdy. I was going to say. The Captain guy jumped, he did the elbow, and he fucking missed the guy by like 20 feet.
Oh, no.
It was horrible.
But the photo at the end was worth the whole price of admission. The photo that we got to see at the end of them left in the ring, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn's like this, like Jesus on the floor, and we immediately cropped that. We made a thumbnail out of it.
That's awesome.
Like, oh my god!
And Frank was dying because in GIMP I was rotating, and I was trying to get it right, and Frank's just dying laughing.
Literally trying to put this guy somewhere where he should not be, and just dying laughing.
Oh man, that's so killer.
Space ECW, I'd like to see that.
Hell yeah, bring it on.
My phone has sauce and grease everywhere. We got to buy a new phone now.
Yeah.
$2 Canadian super chat for Richard. This super chat, it will talk to you, Perry.
Yay.
This super chat, baby, it will talk to you for $2. We gotta find that clip so we can share it with everybody.
That's like my new grail. I gave up on that Maury clip. Now I'm looking for that.
Well, happy birthday again to Eli. We wished him a happy birthday at the
Yes,
beginning
happy
of the
birthday,
show.
Eli.
Yes, happy birthday.
Wherever
Hope to
he
see him
is.
soon.
You look up in the sky, and there's like a little gleam.
There's sauce and grease everywhere.
Mmm.
I had a mush with my hand. A meeting.
Sauce.
When's the final boss? All right. What else do you got? So Halo's being rebooted. I mean, what do you guys think, real quick?
Go ahead, Frank.
They need to do something. So, while I wish they would totally reboot it with a different studio, we can't get that right now. So whatever they're gonna do, it's better than what we got. So I'll take it. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think sooner the better. I think we got kind of jerked around on Halo the last few years, even with the other, Halo 5 Guardians and stuff like that. So I think it's about time that it gets back to its roots. And if that means doing it on Unreal, doing the story over again, if you have to, retell the similar stuff. But obviously now, like, we have, we've come a long way since 2000, 2001, right? So it's like, I think now it's time to get this stuff going again. And yeah, I agree. Let's get Master Chief back on that box, and and quite literally as well, like on the actual console. Let's just do that, because I think there's a lot of wasted potential the longer they wait. And Infinite was a true showcase of wasted resources and money. Most expensive game ever made, my ass. That should have been a lot better. So
yeah, exactly. I'm not liking that 343 is rebooting it, but you never know. We'll wake up tomorrow and 343 will be shut down, and they'll hand it over to Bethesda or something. This is like,
they'll just take that
and
reboot
this is
idea
what's
and
nuts
do it
about
themselves.
this whole thing. It's like every fucking day, there's always something new about this shit. It's like, bro, just give it to the fucking studio and let them make the game.
You're right about that. It's almost like every week there's a new headline about
Halo 5,
343.
they showed Chief in the fucking desert, and we were like, oh, that's awesome, right? Then like, oh yeah, we're gonna delay it a year. And then he's not in the desert, and we're doing all this crazy shit with the Prometheus.
And you're playing as Locke and
Halo
stuff
Infinite.
like that.
Hey guys, we're gonna show you this demo. It looks like fucking Legos. It looks like fucking Minecraft. And like, isn't that cool? And everyone's like, no, delay it. They delayed a year, and they're like, we want to get this. Okay? They fucking released the game. Everything's cool. And then they're like, more content's coming. And there's no fucking content. They may have 2 fucking maps in a year. What the fuck is that shit?
One with like a border.
I got more
wall
maps
to
in Evil
separate
Dead
you.
in fucking 2 months than 2 years with Halo Infinite. The fuck out of here with that. You are a fucking company, literally a studio built from the ground up just to make Halo. And you can't fucking make Halo.
Coalition's putting them to shame with Gears, man. Like, the Gears have been more like true to the source material.
The Coalition and what, Playground Games or Top 10, whatever the fuck, whoever makes Forza. They've been on their game. You don't see Forza getting fucking delayed for 3 years.
Right.
You don't see them go, we're going to release it, but it's not ready yet. No, there's a Forza game every fucking year. You know why? Because they make their games right. Gears of War. They don't make fucking 25 Gears of War games. They make 1 game every 4 fucking years.
Right.
And it's
quality.
Fucking great.
Yeah, yeah.
You might not like the story, but the game is great.
It plays very well. I think Gears 5 plays the best, the most,
Gears
most
5,
top tier gameplay.
Nobody talks
right
about that shit, and it has like the most online player base on Xbox. People could jump in and jump out whenever they want. There's plenty of maps. You don't hear that community.
It's on Game Pass. Yeah. It's just like you have so many ways. You
I
can
don't
play
hear
all the
shit
Gears
about
on
the
Game Pass.
Gears community saying there's no maps. They got tons of maps. They're ready to go. Everything.
They got
good.
flashback map packs. They got everything going. They could have even put old school maps in this Halo. They didn't even do that. They're like, oh no, we'll just give you a forged skin of a map. It's like, no.
Hey guys, you do the work in Halo Infinite because we're too fucking busy doing nothing.
And we're gonna launch Forge late. You know what I mean? It's like, dude,
they had to launch it because they don't have the time to make the maps. So they say, hey, here it is. You do what you got to do. We're going to sit in the corner and piss. Or whatever the fuck they do.
Yes.
Carlos Cruz, what's going on?
Oh, what's up, Carlos?
Gaming. I'm sorry. Star Wars was delayed. Yeah, and I'm pissed about that. But did you want them to make no money?
They did put up that screen. They did put up the screen.
Yeah, someone else put the screen up too the other day for another game.
Oh no! I don't even know what you're talking about with this one.
Another game put up the screen.
Oh no!
Can we stop with the screens?
Hey, I think we're burnt out on them at this point. The messages, the 3 paragraphs. It's always 3. It's always the top, the middle paragraph, and then the bottom where it says like it's signed by like
yeah,
like it has like
it's like you're sending me a fucking document. Like I don't care.
The breakup letter.
Just say, hey, this is moved from this date to this date. See you then.
Well, again, you know,
they moved it to get away from our Resident Evil remake. That's why.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, because that was in March, so it was just like stacks on stacks of games.
Yeah, they were like a week apart. You know what I mean? So it's better if Star Wars gets closer to the end of April. It sucks because I pre-ordered it, but I want to play it. But I'll be playing Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, and it's not a significant delay. You know what I mean? Like it's not like
6 months; it's a month.
Yeah, that would have been annoying for Star Wars fans.
Yeah, it's now April 28th.
Well, now it gives Frank time to beat the fucking first one.
Yeah, I can just go relax and play it.
What was the second game over screen? What was the second one that they put up?
Oh, it was I don't remember what game it was for. It was for some shitty game. I saw it on Twitter as I'm scrolling. I'm like, another screen? Like, what the hell's going on? I forgot what it was for.
I saw one EA put up because they're closing
Apex
and
no.
Apex Mobile. And,
that wasn't what it was for, though. There was another one from another studio about some game.
What, they're closing Apex Mobile?
Yeah, and Battlefield
and
Mobile,
they
which I
canceled
didn't even know was a thing.
an Apex single-player game. EA. That was announced today.
Yeah.
We don't know if it was Titanfall 3 or if it was like a prequel to Titanfall. We have no clue.
Either way, it's canceled.
Please remake Gears of War 2. No.
Gears 2 is one of my favorite sequels, definitely. Seeing a remake of that, like Ultimate Edition, would be awesome, in my opinion.
They're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it because they're busy with, 6. Like, I don't think they have
6.
Yeah, I don't think they're trying to... I don't think they have, like, a side team to do, like, a remake like how Capcom does, where they have so many different teams. Right. But we'll see. I mean, never say never with that. They did the first one. It's not like, at least they started with the first one. They didn't do Gears 2 and never did 1, So, go in order.
Gears 5 didn't launch well. And the store was very great. I don't remember that, man. I remember it launching and everyone was buying it.
Yeah, I just remember playing the campaign and enjoying it. I didn't play it as much multiplayer.
That got, like,
I guess
9 out of 10 scores on friggin' like every publication gave that game a good rating. Like day one.
Yeah, it might have been more with the armor and stuff, or like the skins, But Halo has that shit too. I think all these games have that crap. Call of Duty has that too. But you can do challenges in the game.
I really don't buy that shit. I just play the game. If the game's good, the single player, I'm good.
Or you can do the actual, do a challenge in the game and you unlock it. Yeah. Yep.
Should have delayed till May the 4th. There's something coming out in May, isn't there?
May 2nd.
What the hell's coming out in
May? Or May something, Redfall.
Redfall's May, yeah.
Redfall's May 2nd, so you're right there.
That's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to launch
Friday.
That.
Yeah, because May the 4th would be on the Sunday, right? This year?
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, no.
They actually said today, speaking of Redfall, that it's always online, even in single player. So.
Yeah, I'm telling you. A lot of people, I'm seeing the stupid people. I'm like, I'm not going to buy it then.
That's what I'm saying, man. People always
You're
bitch
connected to the internet to type this shit. You're not offline on Twitter going, I'm not buying it.
When are you going to be
You're
camping?
online, right? We're online.
Every device in your house is on Wi-Fi right now, or it's connected
and one guy
to
was
Ethernet.
like, there goes preservation. It's an online game, you fucking moron.
You should have heard what people said about that in the comments about the Sony thing that I posted about them taking down that the PS Plus collection. They were just like, but because you can't play it unless you're on the subscription.
Guys, enough with this shit. Game preservation. Who's gonna play Redfall in 30 fucking years from now? Nobody. The game might fucking suck the day it comes out. Nobody's gonna play it. What are you worried about game preservation for? You're alive now. You're breathing right now. My earphones are coming out. You don't know if you're going to be around in 30 years to preserve it. What you do? When they crack the game, burn it to a Blu-ray, stick it up your ass, and put it on the shelf. There. It's preserved. Okay? I'm so sick of these stupid fucking people online.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
They want to preserve games. Well, download the game. It's illegal. You're preserving the fucking game, you idiot. Your whole point is you want to play the game in 20, 30 years. Well, if you download the cracked version of it, you can play it whenever the fuck you want. But it's not the same. It's the same shit. It's the same files. The same fucking files are on the disc. The same fucking files are on the floor. The same fucking file that comes from the computer. They just commercially burn the fucking files on a commercially freaking disc. You know what Microsoft does? They give a flash drive to a fucking guy at the factory, and they go, we need 100,000 copies of what's on this flash drive. Okay, the guy puts it in, fucking burns all the copies, they put it in the little cases, and they ship the shit off. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, there's nothing to it.
At the end of the day, it's the same fucking data that's on your disc, that's not on your disc, that's on the server. People believe that the data that's on the servers is different from the disc. It is not. When you I have a copy of Zelda on Super Nintendo. Yeah, you put it in the dumper, you dump the ROM off the cartridge, and you backed up your file.
There's nothing wrong with backing up your library, guys. Come on.
Yeah,
this shit can have disk rot. The shit cannot work one day.
It's not the same as playing off the cartridge. It's literally the fucking file transferred to the cartridge. And then you can take the file off the cartridge and put it on your computer. And you can go back and forth if you fucking want to, if you have a rewritable cartridge.
And if people are sentimental about it, it's like if you rip it from your copy, that's ripped. That's
the point
ripped
is
from
you're
your
taking
copy.
a file from the computer and putting it on the cartridge. It's the same shit.
Yeah, and it's your copy. If you own it, you could do what you want with it. It's not like you can't like rip it. You can't have a backup, have a whole hard drive of your library. Like disk rots happened to Perry. You know what I mean? Like he's had GameCube games that he just took out of the case.
Back all your stuff up, even if you own it. Just back it up.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. You can do that. It's legal to do that.
End of life.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Oh no, I was just saying it's legal to do that. Like you say, every time, like it's such a useless thing to make that argument nowadays because again, like you said, it's literally just a file put on a bunch of discs and it just says, okay, you have the license for that. Boom, and installs it. It's not this this ritual of going out and putting the disc in. Like that's not really the case for games. Like there's no real need for that. It's
What just happened? What's up, brother? He said it's the same people who don't hit the like button. What is that? Was he taking a shot?
So you gotta hit the like button. Come on, do it now.
Well, that's all I'm saying though. Is like
people want to make a bigger deal of it.
People are bitching about stupid shit. It's like enjoy the game when it's out. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about the actual game when it comes out.
Breaking news, guys! When you all drop dead one day, you can't take all your cartridges with you to heaven or hell or whatever you believe in. You have a heart attack, you're fucking dead on the floor, there's still a shit ton of stuff in this room.
Yeah, I mean, it's I
could drop dead right now, right here. No one's going to turn off the podcast. No one's going to come here and click this shit and mute everything. I'm just going to be dead on the floor. You guys are going to be stuck here fucking like, oh, what do we do? They're going to be calling the cops and this and that and doing... The fucking stream's going to keep playing because no one's alive to hit the button to turn it off.
That's dark.
Yeah, that's horrible.
But you see what I'm saying?
Super
Like,
dark.
this is just stupid shit. I'm taking Doom with me to hell, says David R. That's a
What's
good
up,
one.
David R?
Playing
What's
it in
going
real
on,
life,
David R? How you
right?
doing, man? Preserve the games. Oh, whoa, whoa.
It's I think yeah, it's almost like, dude, when these consoles are like, done and you can hack them, just hack them and put the games on there, rip them, do what you want to do. Like, that's kind of why, that's what started me doing the GameCube Pico boot, and then obviously doing, the Xbox coming up, so it's just to have everything in one spot. And then if you want to rip your stuff, if you want to rip your copies, you can do that. It's still your copy. You're just ripping that file, putting it on the console, and it's there.
Preserve the games. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm going to put my copy of Redfall in the freezer, says Trainwreck. When the game is end of life, the company isn't going to make any money off of it. I'm going to put my burned CD in.
1 second.
Oh, wow. Giant Stadium. There you go. I'm not reading the rest of that, but there you go. I'm taking all my exclusives when I drop dead. Hope you're good and all doing well. We're doing good, man. How about you?
Just showing out.
Yeah, let's get some likes up in here. What just happened is right.
Yeah, everybody hit like. Help us out a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, look, guys, just enjoy the fucking games, man. Who cares how you play it? If you want to play off your cartridges, great. Perfect. If you want to download shit, go ahead. Who goes to Giants? Well, maybe that's why they never look for him there. Oh! Yeah. Bury me with my game collection. Wasn't Bruno Sammartino buried at Madison Square Garden?
Probably. He was probably born there, too.
Guys, look, for Redfall, it's not a big deal. You need an online connection to play a bunch of other games that are online, like Call of Duty.
People aren't crying about Evolve. Remember that game?
They were only crying because they spent money to buy it.
Yeah, then I'm telling you right now, I think Redfall is going to be not good, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'll be wrong. I don't know.
Well, we'll find out.
I don't think anybody's going to care about this game anyway. So
Camel with a $1.99 super chat. Thanks so much, buddy.
Thank you.
Put an extra slice of cheese on your burger. Bury me with my PS5. They could bury them in their PlayStation 5.
Yeah, right.
It's the freaking size of a coffin, that thing. Evolve is forgotten relic, Frank. Yeah, we don't talk about Evolve here. You always have to be online for Destiny. I don't hear people... That's a great point because... Very beautiful. That's a great point because I saw people arguing like, well, I'm on Destiny for like 40 hours a week, so...
All those games, World of Warcraft, Destiny.
It's nice to know that people actually know what time period we're in. And they're like, who cares? I'm just going to play it.
Yeah. I'm not going to miss out on it now because in 30 years I might not be able to play it.
You know what one guy said on Twitter?
What?
Luckily, I can afford the internet.
Wow.
My PS5 is already buried in dust. Yeah. Mine too. I don't even turn this thing on. I'm not a fan. And speaking of PlayStation 5, so Redfall is coming out. It's going to have a big deal, okay? At least it doesn't have de novo. At least not on Xbox. On PC it probably does. Speaking of PlayStation, they are no longer giving you those free games for buying the console. So not only did they raise the price of the console with that bundle, but now they're taking all those other games away from people. You know why? Sure. I think because the Last of Us TV show, they said the sales jumped all the way up. But now people are buying PS5s. They could play The Last of Us for free on there.
Wait another month, they can play it on PC. Those fucks.
That could be a reason why. Not just that one game, but you know what I mean. Now that
Yeah,
they're able to
plays a part
manufacture
in
more
it.
consoles, they're going to make you have to buy those games separately.
Make sure if you have a PS5, you claim them before May 9th, because you can keep them as long as you have Plus. So just make sure you claim all of them.
Yeah, but you didn't even need Plus to get them.
No, but
Nope, but you need Plus to play them.
Once they pull the Switch, you're gonna need Plus to play them. Stupid.
What just happens? At least doesn't look like Yeah, exactly. Forspoken.
Oh no.
Foreskin. What the guy say in the chat? I already put 3 slices of. Put 2 American slices and 2 Swiss slices to make it interesting. Well, how about you put some Vermont cheddar?
I like pepper jack. Pepper jack cheese is good.
Put that on there too. This guy's gonna choke to death because he got all the cheese on there.
There's a ball of cheese.
Yeah.
This Forspoken actually output at 720. I don't know.
I think it's 900p or something.
Oh,
I don't know though for sure.
Stop with the 900p. Stop it.
Forspoken output's dog shit. Who's actually played it in the chat?
I mean, I played the demo on my PC and it was ass, but I put it up to highest ultra settings and there's still pop-ins and stuff. So.
And you have a 4070 Ti.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So forget that.
How about that SSD? Yeah, the magical SSD. Burnt cheese tastes awesome.
Yum.
Burnt cheese.
Favorite movie snacks? Oreos, popcorn, M&Ms. I don't know. Anything I can get my hands on. The PC port's pretty bad, I hear. The requirements tell me all I need to know.
Yeah, horribly optimized.
That's okay, though. PlayStation's got that game for 2 years. Hero Beer. There you go.
Oh, hell yeah, Vince.
They could keep it for 2 years.
Oh, hell yeah, Vince. Let's have some beer, Vince. I just ate a bag of popcorn.
Yum.
Yeah, popcorn's always... You can't go wrong with popcorn. I'm always...
Cheddar popcorn.
Cheddar popcorn's really good. Really good. I don't know. I like... I mean, any kind of like M&Ms, peanut butter M&Ms, peanut M&Ms.
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
That's the stuff right there.
Oh, man. See, the thing is that, like, I also got into, like, getting a few M&Ms and then, like, putting them in the popcorn because that chocolate and the salt.
What are you, sick?
It's good. Don't knock it till you try it, guys. I'm telling you, hot popcorn.
Well, this is the guy that takes Turkey Hill ice cream, leaves it out for 30 minutes, then
I don't do that.
Why do they serve ice cream in a jar?
I was gonna say it's not
in a jar. He takes the
and then he puts it in there himself.
No, he gets it from the supermarket, takes it out of the freezer, comes home, puts it on the counter for 20 minutes, and then drinks out of it.
Ew.
No way.
Ew.
Mix it up with cheddar and pepper jack next time.
There you go.
I'm watching.
Telling you guys.
Bad news beers. Bad news bears and drinking Modelo. I don't know what the hell that is.
Modelo.
Did you ever eat cheese and meat from the deli?
All the time.
Yeah. I put my ice cream in the microwave, says RWC.
You're sick.
Anthony knows what's up. I throw my candy and my popcorn in the movie theater.
That's what I'm saying. See, I'm not the only one. I don't do it all the time.
So wait
I have
a minute.
to be
You
in a
throw
mood to
candy in your popcorn?
Well, it's more. I see. I don't really throw it in a lot. Like I throw it in sometimes if it's like at home because I can actually like see where I'm, grabbing. In the theater, it's hard. You usually just have the, M&Ms in your hand. You pop a few M&Ms and then take a handful of hot popcorn, and it's good. It melts and it's a great combination. I'm telling you. But you gotta like popcorn. But yeah, I've thrown it in the popcorn before, but I don't know. To each their own, though.
Says RWK, I'm drinking Sam Adams and watching the game complain. Well, thank you. What just happened?
There you go.
You need to get drunk to watch this.
Oh no!
You'll start laughing at the rants a lot more for sure. They're already funny, but you'll just be on the floor.
I'm just trying to make people laugh, and people get mad at me. They're like, "Oh, you take this too serious." It's like, guys, I'm just trying to make the chat room laugh.
We amp it. Yeah, we amp it up on the show. Like it's it's not a. We don't sit here and scream and yell at each other when we're in a circle. It's just like playing a game. Like we're not like fuck. What the fuck? No, like we're not like angry people. Like we're just having fun.
You really? My cousin does that with square pizzas. No, I don't. That AMC Oreo popcorn. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't have it yet.
AMC Oreo popcorn. See, that's what I'm saying. See, if you're open to having that, then you got to try the M&Ms.
They have Oreo popcorn at the supermarket over it.
No shit. Damn. Yeah. Now they're starting to get. Now they got to deal with M&Ms. What the hell? They got to get a deal with them. God damn it.
I'm sure that's gonna have. I still have the Reese's peanut butter friggin' animal crackers.
Oh,
those are the
man.
best.
I never had them. The
front's the peanut butter and the back is the chocolate.
Damn. That sounds super good.
Those are the best.
I'm getting hungry, chat room. I don't know about you.
I'm getting horny. What the hell's going on here?
Getting horny, hungry, everything in between.
What a sicko.
And he eats chocolate with his popcorn. What a fucking sicko.
I don't know, man. I think he dipped something else, not popcorn.
Jesus.
I showed my friend the opening scenes of each Final Destination. We couldn't stop laughing. All right, what just happened? Take care, buddy. Thanks for hanging out.
See you later.
Peace out. The opening scenes.
We laughed at that plane scene pretty hard.
That random libido boost for Anthony. You see what we mean?
Anything goes.
Y'all show's the best, man. We try to make it fun. I know we say stupid things on here, but we're trying to have fun.
I'm just messing around.
Each film has a massacre that kills a bunch of people. Okay, I kind of remember something like that. Final Destination. Final ass. Getting a bunch of Blu-ray releases. We haven't even got to the docket yet. What's going on here?
We've been hitting it a little bit, but I'll circle that. Again, for the third year in a row, MLB The Show 2023 is coming to Game Pass at day one. So you don't have to worry about buying it. If you have Game Pass, you can check it out.
At the end of March, another game that's coming out in March?
Yeah. I believe so. I didn't see the date on that. Let me see real quick. I'll let you guys know.
Oh, by the way, the Analog Pocket, I finally opened my wife's. I jailbroke it. You can play everything for the most part on that thing.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, Stevie Mac is right. Comes out March 28th, MLB The Show. So if you're interested, check that out.
What?
MLB The Show, March 28th.
Okay. Yeah, and it's on Game Pass again for the third year in a row.
Yes. So
funny how it's unsustainable, but it's back for the third year.
Yep.
What about the Switch?
It is on the Switch.
Yes, I can take my save from the Switch and upload it to Xbox.
Maybe, I don't know. Did they do that last time?
Yeah, they did. It's cross saves, so.
Well, then yeah, you could probably do that then.
So we got some news about PSVR 2. They're allegedly cutting the production in half due to poor pre-order sales.
Well, no shit. Instead of cutting the price, they cut production of the units. Like, come on, man.
That's what they do every time, though. We've seen it 1,000 times. The Vita, the PlayStation TV, as soon as it's not 100% where they want it to be, they screw it.
If they can't sell for that original price point, they usually abandon it or kill it.
Yep.
I don't know if they're going to abandon this thing, but I could see them making a lower end version of it so that they can make money. But I don't know.
It's not a good sign already, so we'll see.
And by the way, they know the numbers because you can only get it from PlayStation's website. You can't buy it anywhere else.
Yep.
So Anthony's plans are out the window. He was going to buy it on Amazon, use it for 30 days, and mail it back. You can't do that now.
Well, I'm not going to support it. I want to actually give in or not give in to their corrupt price, and I want to make the PSVR 2 go under. So
I should have got it for my birthday party, but you know what, man? We're all gonna get pink eye using that thing, so forget it.
Yeah, it'll get all greasy and nasty.
Richard with a $2 Canadian super chat. You're hilarious. Never stop. Streaming. What games do I absolutely need to buy before they're gone?
We'll get to that in a minute.
Thing?
Yeah, we'll get to it. Don't worry.
Get to that. I love MLB The Show. MLB The Show is awesome. I love retro mode with Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. Kren.
Who's Kren?
He's the new villain from Halo.
Kren.
Yeah.
The Banished.
DeadSpace is on DeemStick verified for anyone. Yeah, I think you tried that on your Steam Deck.
Oh, but it's kind of bad. It kind of ran really bad, but maybe they fixed it. I don't know.
This is VR. Well, I don't know how we would have one already, but okay.
What?
Oh, doesn't it come out today? When does this thing come out?
No, February
something. The 22nd.
It's February 2nd.
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
Crying Griffey Jr.
20 more days.
You're the Banished. I am crying.
Yeah, my dad picks up MLB every year as well. So
the only one who's banished is 343 at this point.
Yeah, how ironic is that, right?
Yeah.
Where's Ashram now?
Now.
You know what? We'll never be able to find him.
Nope.
That's the cliffhanger that we're just going to end on.
That's okay.
Because that single player DLC was probably going to get us to wherever the hell he was. But that's it.
We'll never know. Out. Someone will write a novel that we'll never read.
Yeah, and everyone will tell me, "Oh, the book has more." It's like, who cares?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and read a 1,000-page book.
I'm not reading a book. I want to play a game. All right.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 14 hours ago posted pictures of the basement with Leatherface lurking nearby. Victims will need to scavenge for items just to escape the basement.
Oh.
And I got a picture. And that is on Game Pass day one. Whenever it releases. Which is
supposed to be in the summer. So hopefully.
Yeah, at some point this year it's going to release.
Hope it stays that way. But if they launch it in a better shape than Friday the 13th, I won't be upset because Friday the 13th actually did get better with improvements, unlike Evil Dead, but it just took a while. It took a long time. And this should have crossplay from the start, just like Evil Dead. Because despite what Evil Dead did wrong, at least it had crossplay, like day one. And that's how Texas Chainsaw should be. So.
Texas Chainsaw. I'm not finding any news on here.
So what's going on with the Xbox titles, right? I don't know if you guys wanted to bring this up now.
Another thing, man, where they're shutting the servers down, y'all.
It's like they're available.
End is coming, y'all.
Yeah,
I told y'all it was going to happen, y'all. It's like it's only for the 360.
It's only for the 360 store.
Yeah. Are you buying? I guarantee you, none of these motherfuckers who are bitching about it online they even have a 360 anymore
to go online and
buy digital games. I thought they were buying physical. Now they're worried about digital all of a sudden. Like, what the fuck is going on here? You guys gotta make up your mind. You want physical? You want digital? If they get rid of the physical, so they got rid of physical. I told you. If they get rid of digital, they got rid of digital. I told you. Make up your mind. What do you want?
It's like, dude, no one's really buying these on the 360
you can buy everything digital, and it's not your problem anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, hey, Perry, if they're on
bootleg outrage online, man. What?
Yeah, I was saying if they're on 360, then they can just get the disc, and there you go, right? If they still have a 360, they can go on and get these,
Or if you got a pair of fucking balls, you can get a hacked Xbox 360. And you could just download what you got to download, and you're good. It's end of life. Who cares?
But if you have a new Xbox, those games are still going to be available to purchase. It's just being removed from the 360 store, and that's what people don't understand.
Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 were removed from Xbox One and Series X store like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But you can still buy them on the 360 marketplace, which is closing, which those games are going to be taken off. But they're $20 a piece. And if you do buy them, you can use them on your Xbox One and Series consoles. But people were so stupid, and they were like, "Oh, if I do this, can I do that?" It's like, yes. Like, what? Has nobody been paying attention the last 10 years? Everyone was on PlayStation, fucking licking the ass of that thing. That nobody knows how Xbox runs things anymore. Like, come on, guys.
And people also, they don't read. You know,
they don't read.
Yeah, they just jump the gun because all this was coming out in segments, basically, right? So, because Wario put out the first tweet, and then there was more that were coming out, and then that's what clarified, like, okay, this is just on the 360. This isn't like being removed on the one in the series.
Not to mention, a lot of the games on the list have Xbox One versions, like Call of Duty Ghosts and Advanced War. Like, who's gonna buy
the 360 version of Ghosts or Advanced Warfare or whatever?
You can just buy it on Xbox
But if you
One.
want it, it's there on the one. Exactly, it's there on the One and Series store. It's like, for some reason, if you have the itch to play Ghosts again, not that you would ever want to do that anyway, because that was a pretty forgettable.
You had people literally say, "Oh, see, they're shutting the servers down on everybody." It's like, motherfucker, they want to buy Activision so that their plan is the internet for the next 20 years.
Yep. Yeah.
Why would they shut the servers down if that's their fucking plan for the next 20 years? Why do you think they got Game Pass and streaming and xCloud and all this stuff? That's their future. They want to do the streaming shit. Oh yeah, we're moving a couple of 360 games because the licenses ran out. How does that translate to we're shutting the servers down for everything? Don't buy an Xbox anymore. You see what I mean? Like, it's all fucking doom and gloom on the internet. Like, nobody knows what they're doing.
Act like it's the end of the world. It's like, dude, you could still buy some of these, and would you even play them anyway? These
Assassin's
people that
Creed
are complaining.
Black Flag for 360. It runs like fucking dog shit. Yeah, I can't buy it anymore. See, they're holding us down.
I forgot that was even on 360. Oh, it still was. That was
Nobody
2013.
fucking cares about that game. I have 1 million copies of that shit in my car. You want one? It's physical. Stick it up your ass. I'm about to leave that shit on the street.
These games are never going to be, like, expensive. Like, you could always just buy the disc for, like, no money.
And they're in the collections, too, right? Like, they always, they
right?
like 4 Assassin's Creed games in the collections.
I thought they put their discs in for backwards compatibility. What happened? Now, all of a sudden, there's an outrage over digital. It's like, guys.
On a 360 store that they can't access. They can't access the store that they're complaining about. That's shutting the stuff down, or shutting those games off of that service. It's like, dude, who is going, like, again, I have a 360 that can go online, right? But you don't see me like sitting there like, oh man, I can't buy this here. I can't buy. It's like, no, I'll just buy it on the new console. Like, I just don't understand.
How many of those games are on the current gen consoles?
Like, you mean,
like Ghosts,
Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 4, Advanced Warfare, Ghosts.
You can still buy all these games on the current systems
in better versions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The better versions.
Lost Odyssey was like free. Mass Effect 2, which you have the new collection. You don't even need that one.
Yeah, what?
You don't need it.
Oh, South Park: The Stick of Truth, doesn't that have an Xbox One version?
The Stink of Truth.
The Stink of Truth.
Yes, it does have an Xbox One version.
Battlefront 1 and Knights of the Old Republic, but those are always $5. And I think The Witcher 2 was also free. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the rest of it's all pretty much garbage.
And this is what we're bitching about online?
Yeah, is this the end of the world because, these little games are getting
These games are almost 20 years old. Xbox 360 is going to be 20 years old in 2 years. You realize that, right? This 360 is 18 years old this November.
Yeah.
Are we really worrying about that shit? Who's rocking Assassin's Creed Black Flag for 360 in 2023? Who's streaming that shit right now?
I hope to God no one.
Hey, Counter-Strike Go is on the list, though.
Okay.
What if you need to buy that quickly?
You can buy it on the Series X store.
I know, it's just so stupid. The whole thing is just stupid, but... Yeah. Oh, Limbo. That's another one that has an Xbox One version.
Not Limbo. But yeah, the problem is, and to Perry's point about the whole, the Wild West of the online, It's just because people will assume and then they'll believe the assumptions of people replying. You know, like, oh, how dare they do this? And then people will believe that. And it's like, well, they're not doing anything. You're just jumping the gun saying that they're doing X, Y, and Z, and they're not.
It goes from, oh, Xbox is removing a few games from the 360 store to, oh my god, Xbox is shutting the servers down. This is why the future of gaming isn't, you shouldn't buy digital, you shouldn't buy this, that. Like, what the fuck, guys? You're just taking some little thing and you're, like, rolling it into a huge ball of nothing. Just because they're shutting down a few games on the 360 store because of licensing issues, most likely, right? Doesn't mean they're turning off Xbox Live and xCloud. They're betting their future on that whole thing.
Yeah, but David R., you didn't stream it on a 360. That's what we were talking about. You could play Assassin's Creed 4 on the newer consoles. It does run better. But we're talking about streaming the 360 version.
Yeah, man, you gotta get with the times. Get a 360.
You gotta go backwards, man. What are you doing? Streaming Assassin's Creed 4 on a new machine or a PC? Nah, I gotta go on 360. Come on. PS3 even.
And they're saying, oh, it's not preserving. No, they're preserving it because you can buy the new version on the new console.
Oh, look, I got, I'm preserving it, Perry. Look, I got, if I can get it. Oh, I got Mass Effect. Oh, I'm preserving it. Oh, I'm preserving it.
Throw
I
that
have
shit
it.
Out.
But it's like, again, it's like, if you want it,
I'm about to light those.
Am I ever gonna play this dude on 360? No, absolutely not.
You're gonna play the fucking remastered collection that came out like a year or two ago.
Yeah, I just have it for nostalgia and collect.
He streamed it on PS5. See, he's a smart man.
Yeah,
he's playing the current version on the current machine.
Yeah, I don't understand where that logic comes from, and again, it's just people believing bullshit and running with it. So.
You have a week to buy these things, and then they appear in your Series X or Series S or whatever, or Xbox One. You know what I mean? Like, people need to chill the fuck out.
They act like I thought everyone bought everything out.
Physically. You see what I mean? Like, you can't win. It's one or the other with these stupid idiots online.
No. It could be about a remake. It could be about backwards compatible games. It could be about, it's just like, it's always the back and forth bullshit. But yeah, and it's, it's almost like they're acting like the rug is being pulled out from under them of the whole backwards compatible. It's like, no,
they didn't care the last 10 years it was on the store.
Yeah.
Right?
Were they even on the store in the last 10 years? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
People still have a 360. No?
Nope.
Probably not.
They probably got rid of that shit to get a PS4, and they're still complaining about Xbox. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, chill out. They'll jump to anything to just talk shit.
I thought they were going to preserve the game. Yes, but that doesn't mean they're going to pay for the licenses forever. By the way, you see that Ubisoft sale?
No.
Far Cry 6, the $100 edition is $13.
No way.
The $120 edition that just came out is $28. Imagine if you bought that like a month ago.
Pissed.
For $120 and then it's only $28. That means Ubisoft's on the way out.
Yeah, they're in big trouble. We've known that.
Good at all.
Even Watch Dogs Legion launched on Steam like 3 days ago at $12. Like, they didn't even try. They're like, it's $12. Like, if you want it.
I like how in Dead Space, as soon as I started, it says, "Would you like to log into Origin?" I said no.
Yeah, no.
And that screen went away forever.
I had the QR code. I was like, nope, goodbye.
Nope. Dude, at first I was like, are you serious? And then I just clicked X and then I was done. I was like, nope.
Don't even try it. Nope. Get it out of here.
Yeah, so don't worry about that 360 stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone, you're okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You're going to be all right.
Your games will still be there.
And by the way, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 will still be playable on Steam. So, and it's usually $1 on Steam.
Well, it's better on PC anyway. It just runs so much better. There's no frame boost if you play it on Xbox. It runs in like 25 frames. Like, playing Left 4 Dead on PC is like the best, because when you play Left 4 Dead 2 on PC, you're actually playing 2 in 1. Like, they put both maps in there, and you can mod the shit out of it. There's mods you can play. So it's just a better way to go on PC, for sure. It doesn't take much to run those Left 4 Dead games anyway,
No. What's next? Now that we're screaming and yelling.
So the official details have not surfaced, but Embracer Group has sold Tomb Raider to Amazon for $600 million. They're
Another
making a
missed
show.
opportunity
They're
for
making a
Microsoft.
game.
Microsoft
Yeah.
could have bought
And
it.
Amazon owns that shit now.
Now
Amazon bought Tomb Raider. They bought the IP.
they were working with them on the game anyway, so I think it was the natural thing. Like, hey, can we just have this? Like, I don't think it went up to market.
No, they
to,
did it
other
to stick it to
companies.
Microsoft.
Do you guys think Amazon's gonna actually bring the sauce with this one? I don't know.
No.
We have to see.
I wouldn't be shocked if they sold it.
They want to make a universe, a Tomb Raider universe. They're saying
$600 million. Lara Croft is done, baby.
I don't know.
I thought she would be safe with Embracer, but Embracer was like, "No, we're gonna get some."
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the hell?
Even Sony didn't jump on that, huh?
Well, like I said, they were already partnered on the game, so I don't think it ever went public. It was just oh, you're already working on this.
What they pay for Destiny? $300 million?
$4 billion, right?
$3 billion? And they didn't buy Tomb Raider for $600?
Wait, hold on. How much was Destiny? I want to know. Or Bungie? They paid $3.6 billion for Bungie.
And they couldn't pay $600 million for fucking Lara Croft?
I don't know. That's why I don't know the term. It hasn't officially come out yet, so I don't know the terms. How.
No,
how
Embracer sold that shit. It's over. They got rid of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just surprising to me that no one would jump in and swoop that up. That's so weird. I mean, it's fucking Tomb Raider. It's not like it's some Joe Schmo franchise.
Well, that's why they paid $600 million.
Hey, that's a lot of money for one thing.
They better do that right, man. Because if they do, they get all their money back.
What other reputable things has Amazon Games given us? You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm just I don't know how to feel about it. Maybe this might be their first hot, serious take on this thing. But what have they made? TV games? What the fuck did they? What have they made?
They bought Galaxy, who made a Killer Instinct for Xbox, and they did nothing with them.
Damn.
That's why they never continue with Killer Instinct. Because
I was gonna say they stopped after that launch. I remember playing that at your house, back in 2013, 2014, something like that. Because you had it hooked up.
It was
in
a
your
launch title.
Yeah, you had it in your living room. You had that and Rise. Remember Rise?
Yeah. I remember.
That was the first time I checked out the Xbox One like that.
Rise runs really good on the Steam Deck. If anybody ever wanted to play it,
and it's always $2.99 on Steam.
Yeah. It was a really good game. It just got it got shit talked like a bunch of other games.
We used to make fun of that game on this show.
Yeah.
But then I got it used for $20. Literally this system came out in November. It was somebody on eBay had it for $20 in December. It's I'll pay $20. Got it, and it was a really good game. I was oh shit, this game is really good. It's kind of plays like the old God of War. There's only 6 levels or 7 levels or something, but it's pretty fun. It was Xbox, the Xbox One, forget about the DRM shit and the Kinect. The launch had really good games. PlayStation's launch had really good games. We were excited for Killzone until Anthony beat it and then said, fuck this game. But
it was
underwhelming. It was really underwhelming.
But, I mean, they both had great launch lineups, and they were different types of games. I mean, go back to that Xbox One, launch, and the games that came out. Dead Rising 3, Rise, Killer Instinct. I think Xbox Gold gave you that Dragon game.
I still have to play through Dead Rising 3. I have it, but...
It's on PC. You can play it on there.
Yeah. Yep.
But... they had, and that's still not on PlayStation, Dead Rising 3.
No.
Never came out on PlayStation.
They did that, remaster of the first game, and they brought those over, but ever since then, they didn't really go back and do that for the rest of them.
It did. Daddy Don had the games. Yeah, he did. After he made a friggin' event for them finally, but yeah.
It was a wild time, where we were with those consoles 10 years ago, Really crazy stuff.
If you go back, though, and just check those games out, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Um,
To
Tomb Raider.
the snow to get Rise. Yeah, that's right. It snowed that day, so I went out to the mailbox to go get it.
Yeah, we're talking about Tomb Raider though. Before, but I don't know. Like, what do you guys think of like what can they even do different with Tomb Raider that
I
hasn't
was
been
excited
done?
when Embracer got it because I was
Right.
like, okay, they don't really fuck stuff up. They'll probably give us a couple of remakes while they're making a new one,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
SpongeBob game. They brought back Bikini Bottom and all that shit.
yeah. They did.
Then they gave us a new one. Saints Row, they brought it back. Then they gave us a new one. But Tomb Raider, I felt confident. I was like, all right, they're gonna put money into Tomb Raider. It's a big IP and all this stuff. It's coming off 3 great games that we just got in the last few years, and now Amazon's got it. So you're gonna get like Fire Stick Lara Croft games probably.
I don't know if they're. I feel like if they're gonna spend that much money, they got to know what they're doing.
Temple
to a
Run. You're gonna
degree.
get Temple Run with Lara Croft on your
I
freaking Fire Stick.
You are gonna get mobile games and stuff, but I think they are gonna try to make a legit game because they're not gonna spend $600 million for something like that. I don't know. Maybe they would.
Classic Tomb Raider game. I'd say the first, even though the controls are horrible. But I would. What was the one that was like Anniversary? I would say check that one out. I really like the new Tomb Raiders though, the ones from 10 years ago.
So good, all 3 of them.
All 3 of them are great. I gotta run through those. Probably stream them all.
I got the steelbook for one of them. Yeah, got the steelbook for one of them back there.
I had the steelbook for PlayStation 3 and 360 downstairs. Of the 2013.
This guy. Had like the.
I had that at the shop.
I think this is one of the first Xbox. I played this on the Scorpio edition, actually. So, there you go.
Never played the old ones. If I were you, do Tomb Raider Legend, because that's basically a remake of the first one. Or Anniversary, I'm sorry. Tomb Raider Anniversary. Legend's a different game.
Art cards.
Yep.
Eventually I'll stream the 3 Tomb Raiders. Because I have my old computer inside. I can even use this one, actually. And I can run them on there. I could stream it.
That'd be cool.
Be really cool. Put trainers on and go right through the games.
Yeah.
I never beat them. The one on Xbox, the third one, Shadow, I'm like in the middle of the game. I pray that Xbox gods one day will get Gears 2 and 3 for PC. Let's hope.
Yeah, that would be sick.
You can usually get Tomb Raiders cheap on the Microsoft Store.
They're always on sale.
Yeah, they're really good though. Sometimes they're $3 for like the first one, and it has a frame boost.
I need to get the first 2 on there.
They made like a collection that has everything, like the DLC.
And they're like $17.99 for like the triple pack.
Yeah, crazy. It was really cheap.
Yeah, I probably
buy that shit now that Amazon fucking owns it.
I got it last time. It was a couple times ago when it was on sale. So.
All right. So what else you got on there?
So in addition to Dead Space, we tried out GoldenEye, and that was kind of a rough experience. On the Switch.
Did you try putting those codes in yet?
No, I didn't try it yet because we've been playing.
This guy the N64 controller. He didn't have one.
Yeah, I didn't have one at all, and you like need it to put the codes in. So I'm gonna try it at some point.
So GoldenEye on the Switch doesn't support the dual sticks, and it doesn't support the Pro controller.
Oh my god!
So we're back to Wii U territory again.
Why doesn't it support that? Like what?
There were 2 different teams. One made it for the Switch and one made it for the Xbox. The Xbox version has dual analog sticks.
It just looks like shit.
No, it looks better than the Switch version, but it's still has
it's
a frame
not the
rate
360 remaster that we played.
It's
like
not
the
actual 360
actual
remastered. It's not Bean for anybody that knows what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I played it with the Pro controller, but you have to use just the left stick. Like it's Like you literally hold like an N64 controller.
Yeah, and then you got to shoot with like the left bumper or left trigger.
Yeah.
It's like I'm used to shooting with the right.
Right.
So
It's
I had to
not
go into the
optimized.
Switch main menu and swap
And
the
map it.
button, remap it, but remap it through the system, not remap it through the game. So now I got to go back and reset it to default if I want to play a Switch game or something.
And they had to put out a video to show people how to enable widescreen because nobody knew that. I didn't know. Abbo told me. Thank God.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
crazy.
He played with us
Cool.
online.
That's cool.
Not to mention too, the online itself sucked horribly.
Really? I was just about to ask, what was your overall takeaway?
The first night it was good. Second night it keeps popping up a connection unstable screen while we're playing.
Yeah.
And this shit takes up part of the window.
And I was wired and I was hosting, and it was
embarrassing. You're playing online and it says your internet sucks while you're streaming. And we're not the only ones that had that issue. There were other people streaming it, and the thing kept popping up every 2 seconds. You can't even turn that thing off.
It literally just tunnels you, like almost like X-Link. Like, so I would open the game and everyone could see me as if they were with me in the room, like as the other players.
Right.
It's not like you have your own thing. Like, and then not to mention when
you
you're
don't have
playing
your own
online,
screen.
no, you have to see the 4 screens.
Yeah, you have to see the 4 screens.
What the fuck?
Because it's just local. They tunneled local N64 play, like almost like X-Link. Horrendous.
I get what they were trying to do there. They wanted to make it like if you were home playing on the couch.
Right.
But it's like, give us an option, please.
Bean gives you the option because Perry was streaming and you could see me and you could see him. It was awesome. But
yeah, or I could just set it so I look at it.
We literally played it one night. It was okay. The second night, 2 matches in, we're like, let's go back to Bean. And we all just plugged in.
I grabbed my 360 from behind me and I plugged it in.
Yeah, we all went back. And then Perry and I have been playing that the last couple of nights because it's so much better.
That is such a great addition that we got our hands on that wasn't supposed to be, and now that ends up being our backup. Right when this shit failed, we thought this GoldenEye thing was going to be so much more cool, and now it's like it's just meh. Like, you know, I mean, I checked it out because obviously I got it, rare replay and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and it dropped early, right? It dropped like
because they probably realized how stupid it was to drop it the day of DEADSPACE.
Yeah, because it was around like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock that you could download it, and then it was like, oh shit, and then yeah, I was happy to at least check it out on there. It does, like you said, it looked better on the series, obviously over the Switch. It just sucks that we didn't get online for Xbox Live with that, but obviously it probably would have been riddled with problems if the Switch is having problems. Or maybe it's just the Switch Online. Again, I never put in friend codes and any of that shit, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
And the clap and the snap, you like that? You like the little hands
yeah,
that
Abba kept doing that. And then we all did it at one point. I'm like, what is this shit? This is so stupid.
It's like kiddie shit.
Nintendo needs to stop doing a Michael Jackson bullshit, and they need to just get with the times. All right.
It's like they're sitting here trolling with gloves clapping, but they can't even get the connection to work. So like there's a problem here.
What's going to happen when we get a new console? Are we still going to be able to play GoldenEye on the Switch? I guess so, but not on the new one.
No. They're not going to allow it.
Well, if they convert their subscription service and they allow those games to be available, then maybe, right? Like that should still be an option. If you're paying for that, because that's included what you pay monthly, right? So they should just include it, unless they want to, cut the price down, or you could just go down to the plan that doesn't have the service.
You actually
right?
got it. Yeah, you actually got to pay more money for that because it's N64.
So they could charge more and be like, well, now you got to pay more to have it on the new Switch.
Yeah, they could do that.
Yeah, we'll see. But that actually is like that sucks to hear your experience was kind of crappy.
Yeah,
because that's like,
look, it's always good
we
to
built
have
this up so long, you know what I mean? But like now we got to keep our 360s out, so it's like it doesn't even matter.
It's good to have it like accessible for people to play.
Well, yeah, that's cool.
That's another thing too. People are saying, "Oh, if I have a physical copy of Rare Replay, it won't work." It's like, yeah, that is bogus because they would just need a title update. But I don't think they're adding it there for a reason, for licensing issues.
Right.
Because then they would have to put another update and patch it out again. So why even bother? They just
leave
threw
it
on
as
there.
it is. Yeah.
It's on Game Pass. If you got Rare Replay Digital, it detects that shit. Because when you open Rare Replay, it's not in there. It's just a game that you get. That's part of having Rare Replay. I think the license isn't going to be around for that long. So, if you download it, though, you're good. But, again, that's the whole point. Rare Replay is $7 fucking on sale digitally like every other week. So, cry me a fucking river. And if not, it's on Game Pass anyway, GoldenEye.
Yeah.
You can play it there. But why would you even want to preserve this copy of the game? It sucks.
Yeah.
Just get Bean and you're good.
Bean is all you need.
Much better off.
And Aurora. That's it.
Jeff actually said he's having problems with his 360. So I said, here's the 2 terabyte SSD you got to buy. Here's the case you got to buy for it. And what the hell's the other thing? I told him to buy something else.
I don't know. It's funny because you just
I already
did mine with
forgot.
the
This
SSD.
guy asked me and I told him what to buy when I was like dead asleep. I'll tell you what I told him to buy. Hang on.
Yeah, mine was on the old dash. You updated it, put a SSD in.
Oh, the Wingman, because his Wingman, he updated his Xbox controller. And which is bullshit. The Wingman 1 no longer reads series controllers, even wired. If you did this Xbox. Wingman could update their shit to let you enable it, but they won't. They want you to buy the Wingman 2. I feel like buying Wingman 2s and putting the Wingman 1 back in it, mailing it back. Fucking
yeah, because that's
bastards.
bullcrap, man.
Hogwarts Legacy? Yeah, I'm not playing that. I'm an adult. I'm good. I'm not 5 years old.
Now here's the thing. Callie, she likes Harry Potter, right? And I've watched the movie. She showed me that stuff. I know there's, full grown ass men that would die to be in Harry Potter world and Universal. My brother was one of them, right?
Yeah,
but like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I appreciate Harry Potter, but I don't think I understand this game's supposed to be like the ultimate Harry Potter game, but like, it just doesn't really do it for me. Like, I'd watch Star Wars over Harry Potter. I'd watch Star Wars over Lord of the Rings, even. Like, I'm not the biggest Star Wars mark, but I would go to that franchise over like, what the other big ones that are out there that are like fantasy or sci-fi, you know what I mean? But to each their own, whatever you like, you know what I mean? As far as like it being probably the best Harry Potter game, it probably could be the best in that line of games. Will be. Yeah, but I don't have any interest. I'm with you on this. I just don't.
I'd never watched the movie. I was an adult when this shit came out. It was for kids. So, I don't know. There's people that like it. That's cool. But I'm not into that. And,
And like he even said, he has to be in a Harry Potter mood to play it. So it's like, maybe that's a kind of game that you might want to wait for a price drop if you're not like so big on Harry Potter.
I would wait for a price drop for that game. I didn't pick it.
Big time.
Exactly. Time. We're talking $9.99 type shit.
Yeah.
I like Lord of the Rings better.
Well,
yeah,
there you go.
I like Lord of the Rings better, and I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
There were some good Lord of the Rings games that a couple of my friends used to have back in the day on like the GameCube or the Xbox. Like all that stuff was fun.
We were just
really
talking about that the other night. Yeah.
Yes.
As soon as the game starts, you're in the cutscene, and then boom, you're fighting people. You're fighting 100 people, and I'm like, oh, this is great. And I never watched movies.
Yeah, it's like you don't even need to understand. You can just be like, all right, let me just get the game concept. Because even then, like the stories and stuff seem so larger than life when you're younger. Like you're like, all right, I'm not gonna watch this 3-hour movie, but as long as I know what's going on in the game and I can play this, it's fun. So
RWK, so I don't need to buy any 360 games for the store? No, unless you want to play them on Series X. I'll check out Hogwarts if it's good. I watched the movies growing up. Yeah. If I were you, I'd wait for a price drop.
When does it come out?
Tomorrow?
No, sometime this month, February, I forget.
I was going to say, I remember seeing like February. I mean, there's nothing else coming out. There's nothing else coming out this month in terms of like February. March has all the big releases. So they probably try to put it out right before the shit show of releases.
February 10th.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm good. I got enough games to keep me busy.
They're coming out next Friday.
We got lots of stuff.
Yeah, it's all right. I would even recommend pirating that game if you really want to play it.
Yeah, if it gets cracked, maybe I'll
Yeah,
check it out.
that's the way to go, I guess, right?
Wait, but Perry, you don't want to play it on the Nintendo Switch on July 25th?
July 25th.
It's coming
Yeah,
out on
they're
the
getting a
Switch on
Switch
July
version.
on July 25th.
Yeah, will it run?
The
I don't
slideshow
know.
version.
Harry, it's also coming out on the PS4 and the Xbox One on April 4th. So you have that to look forward to.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know
good.
why you would I don't know why you would want to do that.
It's
but
not even cross-gen. It's not even like
no,
smart
they don't
delivery.
do it. No. Those
Yeah,
bastards.
that's okay. That's all right.
Those bastards.
They're bastards for a ton of reasons. But there you go. I'll wait for the price drop. Yeah, I would say so. Wait for the price drop or pirate it. Hey, you like what you like, right?
Exactly.
Dreadpool is here. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
So that's pretty much the main news.
The
This
main
isn't really
news, that's
news.
it? What?
Yeah, we pretty much covered everything.
Didn't something happen today?
Well, this isn't really news, but again, the Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo are not going to be at E3, so they're still going to do their own showcases. You're still going to get stuff. So
you'll just get developers like on the floor there having games to play. Basically,
well, Nintendo never really did E3 anyway the last few years because they had their own event like during E3.
Right.
And Microsoft, yeah, they were at E3. Sony hasn't been at E3 in 100,000 years since Raiden with the flute, where they made everybody walk into
oh, that's right,
5 different rooms for no reason.
Yeah, I mean that's not really a big loss, or it doesn't even really matter. But I figured I would just mention it real quick.
So listen, here's the thing: Swamp Thing is getting a horror movie.
Yes,
and they said it's going to be a horror film.
That's awesome. Is it one of those things where it's like they just have the license, like so they're just like?
No, DC owns it, and apparently there was a comic book that DC made in the 70s, in 71, I think, where Swamp Thing was a horror-based creature. And James Gunn today, I'm not really a fan of that guy. What he did, he just gutted DC like for no reason, and he fucked over Michael Keaton as Batman. That Batman Beyond thing we're actually going to get. I'm not a fan of Batman Beyond, but I respect it because when I was growing up, it was out. But he gutted that whole fucking thing, and I'm pissed about that. So I'm not really a James Gunn fan right now. But he said we're bringing Swamp Thing back, and it's going to be a horror movie. And he will interact with other people, but
I'll be interesting to see that.
It's going to kill people, probably.
It's
I was going to say, yeah.
For him to be back. Like, we always joked about him.
You're polluted. Ah!
You polluted.
Well, I could see somebody throwing like a cup in the fucking road or something, and
he just comes out and grabs their ass.
Kills them.
Isn't it funny? We joked about Swamp Thing when we were building my last computer years ago.
Wow.
Remember you made him the background and everything?
Right.
Because it was green, and then now look.
On the 7th of February, Return of the Swamp Thing comes out in 4K. So there's that.
I heard they're going to bring back the show.
Good.
Horror Swamp Thing would be intriguing. I'm trying to be optimistic about that. Swamp Thing, my favorite comic book character. Well, he's awesome. Xbox has been doing E3 for several years at the Microsoft Auditorium. Yeah, I can't wait. Hopefully they got some good stuff. I think that's where you'll probably see Starfield or Garfield or whatever it's called. I think they have that lined up. So far, Microsoft's hitting home runs, which I'm happy, because last week we were like, what are they going to do now?
Hi-Fi Rush is really good.
Hi-Fi Rush dropped and boom. It was like GoldenEye, Hi-Fi Rush. They're just hitting it on all cylinders now. And Hi-Fi Rush was a good game that nobody knew about.
No.
Nope.
We had no idea
Shadow dropped.
This game was even being made. And it came out perfect.
Really good game. I haven't even finished it, but like I'm in. Like I love rhythm games, and even if you don't like rhythm games, you could still like it. There's easier modes to play. It's not too hard to get the flow down. You know, it's almost like a lot of people. Again, they they probably expected a more like serious or horror-ish thing from the studio. But I don't mind little curveballs like this, especially when they're good. It's one thing if they just shadow dropped this thing and it was like lazy, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't.
One of those cases where it was a mini game that was shadow dropped. Because it takes like 6-7 hours to beat or something like that.
Yeah, it's light.
That's fine. I'll take it. And it's a good game.
Yeah. They didn't release like, you know, a shadow drop, a crappy game that we're just like, why do they even do this and waste time and resources? No, like it said apparently it was a passion project from, you know, the godfather of survival horror, Resident Evil himself. And you know what? This thing is awesome. So it's all good, man. I'm sure they'll do Evil Within 3, another horror game. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? Like, so.
They will do Evil Dead 3. Evil Dead 3.
Oh my God.
Army of Darkness. Yeah. Yeah, man. They'll hold people over and, you know, I'm sure they're hard at work at the next thing. So, you know, it's cool.
It's not my thing, but it has its audience. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't like the new Prey and what's it called? What's the other one called? Dishonored. I'm not into those. But Bethesda makes them. Arcane Studios makes that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not into that stuff. Sorry.
I never played Dishonored.
But I'm in the Hi-Fi Rush. I think that's really cool. Evil Within, I'm into. That's a pretty cool game. Didn't finish it, but
still never finished the second one. But that's something I'd like to go back and stream.
I haven't finished it, but I was playing it. I got it on Steam, so at some point I'll play Deathloop with cheats or something. I'll never break the cycle, and I'll see where I end up. Can't get into Dishonored either from what I've seen. Yeah, and the Prey thing pisses me off because I like the original Prey.
Yes.
Not this Bethesda shit.
Yeah, it's totally not the same thing
It's not the same thing at all.
No.
I don't like it. No, sir, I do not like it. Let's see here if I can find anything else on Twitter besides people bitching about games. Oh, did you see some UK publication is trying to say, well, Hi-Fi Rush, we're not giving a perfect score because of Microsoft's poor track record with releases. It's like, what does that have to do with the game?
That has nothing to do with the game.
How have you not seen that, Frank? That's been all over the internet for the last 3 days.
I saw some article that they said that they were like upset that they shadow dropped it. Like, oh, Microsoft shouldn't have done that. Like,
why? They shouldn't have done that. Because they didn't give you a review code or a heads up. That's why, right?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
yeah,
they couldn't get the exclusive for the site.
They just don't want to make everybody excited for this year.
Yeah,
you know what that means, right? They shadow dropped a quality game because they're getting you ready. They're getting you pumped up. That means they got a lot in store for 2023.
Yeah.
Which at first when we heard that, we were like, that's bullshit. They said that last year. I mean, so far, they're keeping their word, so I'm looking forward to it. What?
Oh, no, I was saying, so one thing we didn't talk about was the whole Resident Evil 4 stuff, because that was actually pretty big. That dropped. So, yeah, essentially noon yesterday was when the first little tweet came from Wario, and Game Informer posted a video right around 11 a.m., 12 o'clock. They're like, oh, hey, by the way, we got to play chapters 1 and 5, and we flew out to Japan to talk to Capcom. So we're just like, okay. Now, here's the thing. I was already a rewards member with GameStop, but what I had to do was I had to actually switch my subscription over to digital, and I was able to actually get into it and just like read it, like before it like dropped. I guess fully dropped for the public, right? So by like 2 o'clock, by like 1:30, 2 o'clock, it was finally up, and they showed a little bit of gameplay in their segment, but obviously you have to read it. And I did a video basically. So my last video that I did has me reading through the whole article. So if you don't want to subscribe and have to know was said, just watch my video and I just read through it and break it down and talk about it. Because a lot of people don't want to sign up for fucking Game Informer, you know what I mean, just to read it. Now, is the cover cool? Yeah, it's got a new,
it's a throwback because they already did that cover back in the day. I had it.
Yeah, and it has they talked about the mechanics with no QTEs, obviously.
What is that, Anthony?
Quick time events. Yeah,
I know that, but I'm making fun of the idiots on Twitter.
They don't know. And I've gotten random comments like that before. You like people that don't know what it is. It happens with people
Tell them
that
it's Q-tips.
weren't in that. Yeah, people that weren't around to experience the crappiness that was QuickTime. No, but yeah. So they had they said they originally didn't want to do the game because they knew that it was going to be so hard to live up to it.
Yeah.
And they said they obviously took RE2 as that template, and they talked about the Ashley mechanic. So you can't have Ashley just like hide in a dumpster, right? You can't do that. She's always going to be with you. Even if you tell her to wait, she'll pretty much wait kind of behind, like fall back a little bit, but she'll always be around. She also doesn't have any health bar anymore. There's no health bar. You don't have to waste herbs on Ashley.
She's not going to get killed if she gets attacked, or she's not going to get attacked.
So if she does get attacked, you can revive her, and then if she gets hit like one more time, then she'll be dead. So you get a little bit of a grace period.
That's going to be a pain in the ass, right?
It might be. They said originally they wanted to have it to where Leon would hold Ashley's hand. And but I was thinking, what would you have to do? Stop and then aim your gun and then hold her hand again? Like, how would have that worked? But they scrapped that idea. They changed that whole situation there. Yeah, they added, they pretty much said, like, Ashley doesn't seem as bratty as she does, like, in the original. Like, she seems more, like, serious, There is a new enemy in RE4. It has a bull face and a hammer. So it's literally like a bull's, like, face taken off a bull and shoved on his head, and he has a hammer. And we're just calling him Bullface Man or, Bullshit Man, whatever you want to call him. But that's one thing that we saw where Leon and Luis are both fighting him in the cabin. So we see that, or in a house. I don't know if it's the cabin section. So they showed these little details here. We saw a little bit of the map on some of the screenshots, because a lot of the articles had screenshots. So that's where the material really came from. Of course, as well as the interview. You got to hear more of like... Exactly. It really was kind of like an old school approach. But like I said, there's a lot of cool things to get excited about. And I think with a lot of people were talking about the rain. I don't care about the fucking rain. I think it's going to be fine. I'm not worried about that.
It's pretty lazy they gave the guy a bowl cut, says Dreadpool.
Yeah, yeah. And it just seems like they said they really wanted to add, to the original, but not stray too far from it. That's the one thing they kept saying, was that they just didn't want to.
It's a remake. You could add whatever you want to it.
Well, they're adding stuff to it, but they said they initially looked at it as, they said, look, the last rendition of RE4 took 2 years to develop, that version, not like the versions before that got scrapped, right?
Right.
They said that this is like adding 2 more years onto that development. That's how they put it in their way of, like, we're just trying to take 2 more years and add to it and not take away from it, and the story is going to unfold the same with just a few twists here and there. They even said that, like, if the game relies on you to remember the old stuff, some things that you think will be there just won't. You know what I mean? Like, or it will be different. It'll have like a curveball, like you won't expect things to come. Yeah. But they also are just doing it with the modern gameplay stuff, because again, you have the attaché cases. So you have the big weapon cases that Leon can switch to. Your weapon switching with your D-pad, you can now fit up to like 8 or 9 slots, literally from left to right. Handguns up here.
To switch, or is that still there?
It might still be there, or it might be the D-pad. Like your D-pad's going to be how you switch, because remember how Resident Evil 5 had like the quick D-pad, how you pulled out the weapons? That's what I think what it's going to be like.
And you still had the Y button though in that one, so you were good.
Right. So hopefully they keep that the same. They also said there's 6 different control schemes for this. One being the original 2005 controls. So if you really want to play like that, you could play with the A running and the analog.
Fuck that. Give me the new stuff.
So. And Salazar is going to be expanded, so that's one of the villains in there. They also said the whole game can be beaten with a knife, which means that Salazar's fight is going to be different, which, he's not on the wall anymore. Hey, Dead Space changed boss fights. RE4 can too, you know what I mean? They will.
Salazar, I'm not fighting a little midget dressed like George Washington on Dead Space. Okay? Who's like 85 years old.
Well, he morphs into a whole, he pretty much takes up a whole wall on his boss fight. But yeah, they said there's also more new enemies we haven't seen. But there's also a crossbow that Leon can use now. So Leon can now use a crossbow that is Chewbacca. He has explosive bolts. It's called the bolt thrower. So explosive bolts, or you can have just silent bows.
Boats you can throw.
Yes, boats. And the silent regular crossbow ammunition you can reuse. So it's almost like Last of Us, where sometimes if you would shoot a bow, you can pick it up again and use it. Because there's stealth in this game too. So they said you can go about things either which way, but it's looking good. So that dropped yesterday. That's been, all over the place. Game Informer has gameplay they're dropping this week. So they're going to talk about it, so there's going to be more stuff coming out this week. And apparently, again, we'll see whenever Capcom decides to make another announcement for a showcase. That's when I think you'll get your demo. But until I know a date, chat room, and this goes for you, RWK, the date will not be confirmed until Capcom says so. All right, so we'll find out as soon as I find out. I'll let you guys know when we officially get another.
When
Capcom.
is the Switch demo coming out? It originated on the GameCube, Anthony.
It's coming out next week.
I want the cloud.
Not PlayStation 5, like all these little fanboys are going to run to the supermarket and go buy it. Dreadpool, let's say, wait a minute, what do we got here? They didn't even want to call it Prey, Bethesda made them do it. Dreadpool cursed. Then he said, no, sir, I do not like Prey games and ham. There you go. So what magazine cover can I buy it somehow? No, it's digital.
It's physical as well, but it's not going to come out until March usually, or like end of this month or March usually is when they get those physical.
Doesn't GameStop own Game Informer or something, or is that deal done? They don't work together.
They still have it. You have to be a rewards member. If you
gotta go to GameStop, RWK.
You have to go to GameStop. That's where you're gonna like. I like to pick up the physical, but
you got to trade in your Series X just to get enough credit to buy the Game Informer magazine. Super hype for RE4 says lick your sandwich, Dreadpool. That's pretty lazy to give him a new bowl cut. I read that. It's the Brahma Bowl. I feel like Lewis's part of the story is going to be much different.
It could be.
Washington. Any experience with RE4, Frank? He has none.
Well, hold on. I played like the beginning of it, and I just suck so badly at it because the controls that I just can't. I was like, I was gonna try to play through it. I'm just gonna wait. We're already almost there. Forget it.
A copy? Yeah,
GameStop.
He could point you to GameStop.com.
I was gonna say GameStop literally has stacks of these things, man. If you go to any GameStop, they have them. I mean, it's gonna be this month of February. It's the February issue. So I'm sure now. I don't know if stores have them on hand right now. I don't know. I've yet to see someone actually have a physical of this. It's all been on the digital. But wait a week or so, or even just call your GameStop and be like, "Hey, did you get the new issues of Game Informer?" That's all. That's the best. I mean, it's only at GameStop, so it's not like you can go to like any other store and find it.
I can't believe GameStop is still around.
My dad said the same thing the other day because we were driving past. He's like, "How the hell do they stay in business?" I'm like, "They're hanging on for dear life, You
got to tell them they sell thongs, underwear.
I told him like it's like a
they sell used clothes there
and used microphones,
used sex toys, used clothes, used condoms. They return them, they trade them in.
Oh.
They like the fucking Goodwill, for Christ's sakes.
You said this was refurbished, but there was cocky on it.
The fucking internet, man. A lot of people are fucking with DK oldies.
Yeah.
And it's like, everyone's making a video because they all want to monetize the videos. And they're like, I bought stuff from DK oldies so you don't have to. And it's like, but you're promoting them.
And you're spending a lot of money there.
But you're saying don't go there, but you're doing it to make money on YouTube. Because it's the popular thing right now, to buy shit from them. Show everyone how dirty it is. And then say, I'm going to mail it back. You're not mailing it back. You make the money off the video, you're going to keep the item. But you're promoting them. Every time you say DK Oldies sucks, people are like, DK Oldies? I didn't know there was a site called DK Oldies. I'm going to see what they have. Oh, well, they have this. I could just buy this. You're helping them. You know how you don't help DK Oldies? You don't talk about them.
It's true.
The less press, the better.
At least they're washed out before returning.
You hope so.
Yeah.
I almost said, never mind. They have to test it out before they can take the trade.
We're going to test these underwears out, sir? Resold as balloons. No, chewing gum for Beldar.
Shit.
That was the funniest fucking scene in that movie. Mayonnaise balloons. Ugh.
I like the Social Security number too. That was funny.
Of course. He hands him the condom. On second thought, I better not chew and drive. Dude, that is so fucking funny. That one scene. Of course.
Yeah.
I can't believe GameStop, man. Didn't they have a partnership with Xbox at one point to sell Series S's or some shit?
We were promoting the
Reggie was
digital
running
ones,
it, and then Reggie got cut off again. This guy always gets fired over there. He was doing something with Microsoft recently because Larry Herb had him on his podcast. Was that last summer or something? I don't mind Reggie working for like Microsoft, but when he worked at Nintendo, he was a yes man. It's like you can't be a yes man.
Yeah. He was in charge of those puppet shows for a while, so.
Well, that's what I hate about Nintendo. They tell these guys, like, they tell the president of Nintendo, okay, here's what you have to say for us. Instead of the president of Nintendo saying, no, that doesn't work in America, asshole. Okay?
Yeah.
They don't want to see puppet shows. Yes. They want to see the fucking games. They want to see Mario and all this stuff. You know what I mean? But he was like, oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Let's do a puppet show. You need some pushback.
Yeah. You need to step in and be like, no, let's not do this. This isn't a good idea.
The best president of Nintendo was Howard Lincoln. Their lawyer. Because the guy told them flat out, like, hey, that ain't going to work here, guys. And they back off. They'd be like, all right. This guy, right, yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, do whatever. This guy looks like James Cameron. This dead guy here, the captain. Looks like he drowned on the Titanic over there.
Oh, this is the part that I was telling you about.
In his avatar suit. This is ridiculous. He got his big fat head.
Oh, he like changes into the thing.
Yeah, but because he's a captain, he's harder to kill, which is stupid.
Yeah, it's
just because he has a ranking, he's more powerful.
Yes,
he's a powerful captain.
I'll be right back, and then we'll wrap it up. Look for some more news.
Okay. Deal of the day sucks.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. What the fuck?
Yeah. Nothing. I'm checking everything.
Surface Pro 7 Plus for $799.
Let's see here. What do we got?
And a bunch of hard drives.
Dead Space developers interested in new game. We know that.
Yeah.
God of War Ragnarok sold 11 million. Good for them. Means we're never gonna hear the end of it.
Yeah, hopefully they just put that thing on PC, man.
They will, don't worry.
What is this? I was looking on Blu-ray.com, seeing any. Perry sent me a couple, like People Under the Stairs is coming out in 4K. We talked about The Whale, I think, at the top of the show. That's coming out on the 14th, but it's still yet on our site. So who knows?
Maybe I ordered it, but because I figured I could always cancel it.
Yeah.
In case it's a limited printing and it sells out, I just want to make sure I can get it.
What else is here? South Park, the complete 25th season, is now coming out. The Jackie Chan Collection Volume 2. I like how Kindergarten Cop's getting a 4K.
Oh, yeah.
He's not a Duma. Midnight
Did
Run,
you talk
Perry
about the
sent me
Mets
that.
winning in court? The Mets?
For what?
I don't know.
Yeah. Did you talk about the Mets winning in court over the FTC? The Mets?
That's what we were just saying. The Mets. I don't know. I am not into sports at all in terms of like that side of the thing.
The New York Mutts. He used to call them the New York Mutts. Dude, the FTC sucks, man. Like with this
Yeah.
Microsoft thing, like they're doing the wrong thing. I get it. You don't want big tech to take over in certain areas, like the Nvidia ARM thing. I understand why that was blocked. But you literally got Jimbo over here flying around the fucking world trying to stop this deal over a game that he has the access to. And the guy is fucking the whole deal up for everybody. Like, it's not cool. Like, this guy's taking shit away from us. And at the same time, he's making us spend our taxpayer dollars for this FTC lawsuit against Microsoft. This guy, Jim Ryan's costing everybody fucking money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's bullshit, dude. Let him pay the fucking money.
He should.
Yeah,
That guy's a piece of shit, man.
Like you said, I think he's going to be gone soon.
When the deal goes through, if it goes through, he's out of there. They're going to fire his ass.
Yeah.
This guy flew. I just sent you a thing the other day, Frank. He went to the EU again.
Yeah. Ran right back home.
He went to the EU and bitched about it again.
Unbelievable.
So he
And
doesn't
that's
want.
okay, right?
He doesn't want Call of Duty on Game Pass. And Sony even offered to put it on PlayStation's, crappy service. Right?
Yeah, Microsoft said they can do it.
So, I mean, this guy wants to just fuck over the gamers so he can make his $550 on a fucking PlayStation.
He really doesn't care about any of that stuff. He's just trying to block it.
He's trying to block the deal. Keeping Final Fantasy and Spider-Man is okay, but not Call of Duty. Excuse me. Facebook straight slap the old. Ooh. People Under the Stairs is so good. That's coming out on 4K, by the way.
Yeah. I was just saying you sent me that. It was coming out.
Midnight Run's coming out on 4K also.
Still no Falling Down. I just checked before.
Falling Down has to come out on 4K. It's the 30th anniversary this month.
3 more weeks, yeah.
3 more weeks. But yeah, they gotta figure this out. This guy just dragged it out the whole year.
Yeah.
I really don't care about the lady, to be honest, RWK. I'm not into that political shit. I don't care. Last time we talked about it, the whole thing went on in the chat room, and it's like, guys, like, it's not that serious. We're talking about Jim Ryan here and how he's fucking up all these deals with everybody, the EU, the FTC, everybody. This guy's running to everyone he can to cause trouble. So, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But this isn't a good look for them. Can you imagine? Let me say something here. Can you imagine if Microsoft... I don't know why my camera's turned. Anyway, can you imagine if Phil Spencer ran around trying to block a deal for Sony? Do you know how stupid this guy would look by trying to do that?
He'd make the whole company look stupid.
Yeah.
That's not how you conduct business, like, professionally.
No.
He literally it's like you're going to go tell the teacher something, so he's running to tell him faster. Like, oh, I'm going to be the one so I don't get in trouble.
But it's not like... They're not even doing anything that would fuck anything up for anybody.
No.
They're doing things to make things better, especially for Activision. They need it. You know, all the employees that went through all that shit, that are going through a lot of shit. Microsoft takes over, they're going to fix a lot of that stuff.
And even if somehow it hurt Sony, it still benefits the consumer, which is the whole point of the thing. Like, that's what they're trying to have happen. It will benefit us.
Does he look stupid like Rich? What?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I think it's if I were Activision, say they blocked this deal, If I'm Activision, I'm just selling Microsoft Call of Duty just to say fuck you to Sony.
Yeah, they could do that, sure.
Just because they can't buy the company doesn't mean they can't buy the property. They could do that. They could say, you know what, the deal's off. And then Bobby Kotick can announce, hey, we sold Call of Duty, the IP, to Microsoft. $600 million.
Yeah.
The FTC can't stop that. He's just selling an IP.
And you know that will...
And then
keep
Jim
it off
Ryan is
PlayStation.
done. And then Microsoft could buy the rest of the company later. I mean, that's not how it works, but... You don't think, like, Activision's going to be pissed off at that dude? What makes Jim Ryan think that if he stops this deal, Bobby Kotick's going to be like, hey, Jim, this is all going to work out great for us. You just cost us $70 billion. But don't worry, you get the marketing rights in Call of Duty. For, 1 point whatever million. And they're going to look good.
Also, if the deal doesn't go through, Microsoft still has to pay a couple $2 billion just to...
You don't think... Like, and they're already subpoenaed Jim Ryan.
Yeah.
To disclose that information.
The last thing I heard was that they...
Meta, not Mets.
Oh, that's what he was talking about. Okay, it all makes sense. The last thing I heard was that the EU sent the formal list of Sony's concerns to Microsoft. Like, oh, this is why he came running here. And apparently most of it was related to the cloud presence. Like, oh, but they're like, they have a big presence in cloud.
And by the way, they were paying them for the cloud service, remember?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. Microsoft's going to just throw all this shit down in court and be like, yo, they're allowed to do everything we're not allowed to. That's the definition of competition right there. Boom, done. Then Microsoft could sue Sony.
Right.
Does Sony have that money to go to court? I don't know.
No, they'll have to withdraw and that'll be it.
That's all right. She and the FTC are 0 for 8 so far. Well, good. Hopefully she'll be 0 and 9 with Microsoft. Then after that, I don't care what the hell they do.
Yeah, me neither.
That's what I was trying to say also. Dreadpool. Maybe she plays a Switch. Or streams on the Switch.
She'll play Hogwarts on the Switch.
Hog farts.
Yeah.
Fart warts.
Ew. Equally gross.
Hopefully, I see new leadership within Sony in a couple of years. I think you're going to see that once this deal goes through.
Yeah, like this year, I think we'll see something be like, we're
Jim
sorry.
Ryan is literally delaying the inevitable, his job.
He's crying.
But really,
and flying.
Can I really want to know this question. Does Sony really think Activision is going to work with them if they fuck this deal up?
I mean, it's really just like, again, like the fact that he's going all the way out to do all this crap, it's going to leave a bad taste in their mouths,
If you said, Anthony, invest all your money into this crypto shit, and I do it like an idiot, like Boogie, and I lose all my money the next day, I'm not going to be like, hey, yeah, that's cool. No big deal. I just lost my life savings. I'm homeless now. We're cool. We're not cool, motherfucker. I'm going to fucking go there and beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, again, like causing all this just for a deal that, like you said, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. So you can't just, try to do all these charades to make it delayed. It's just not going to work.
Right.
Like any further. It's been delayed, but you get what I'm saying. Like there's stuff in the way, but like that stuff will be sifted through and we'll start to see that change. And then maybe we'll see what the hell happens to him. Yeah, RWK, it's coming out in July. Didn't you know? Don't you have your copy pre-ordered on the Switch already?
What is?
Hogwarts.
The only reason is because Bobby Lashley is going to get fired if the deal doesn't go through.
Poor Bobby Lashley.
Wait,
Bobby, got a lot on the line.
Kodak? He's not getting fired. Okay, RWK, listen, this is how it works. If Microsoft buys Activision, Bobby Kotick gets what's called a golden parachute.
Mm-hmm.
That he fucking puts on and flies right out the window. And he lands right on his $1 million helicopter launch pad, and then he takes the helicopter and goes to wherever the hell he's got a house.
Because
And then, not only that, but he gets a severance package on top of that golden parachute. And then he got whatever the fuck Modern Warfare 2 did. That's why he had it a week early on digital. Because the money goes straight to them when it's the digital. He knew what he was doing. This guy's loaded. He's ready to retire. He's like 100 years old. Didn't Bobby fuck some employees up? No, it wasn't him, but he called and threatened people, which I'm shocked he didn't call and threaten Jim Ryan.
He probably did. We just don't know it yet.
He threatened to kill some lady on voicemail. And the lady she played it on the internet or whatever. And he told the investigator, I was just joking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so when you're like the CEO of a company, you get massive stock options. So basically all of the stock is going to immediately sell and be turned to cash when Microsoft buys it. So his entire stock that he has is going to be money. And it's going to be at a premium.
Dude, that's his retirement. All that money he's going to leave with, he's done.
Tons of money.
That's like the best way to go out.
Yeah. So that's why he's like...
And if he has to go in hiding,
and doesn't he get part of that $69 billion they're going to spend?
He probably got a commission on the sale if they were trying to sell it. He gets the stock options. Yep. He gets the early money,
that's
the
right,
bonus.
He gets paid on the stock.
Yeah, that's where he's going to get most of his money. He got the money from the early release because they probably overmade their budget, so he got whatever bonuses you get from that.
There's so much money tied up in this for one guy.
Just hundreds of millions of dollars to go to one guy. And then not to mention, there's other companies that buy stock in other companies. So you don't know who. What if Embracer Group has Activision stock and they're like, yo, sell it. We want the money.
What if he's got an LLC that's got more stocks?
He could too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is
you don't know who you're pissing off.
Yeah.
Right.
They're going to piss off everybody. This isn't like...
They will not go away unscathed from this. You know what I mean?
No, because who will do business with them?
It's going to sour a lot of people.
You might have companies...
Yeah, I was going to say, sour as hell.
Say, you know what? We're just going to go work with Microsoft now. Lady employee... Oh, yeah, right. I remember that.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the way he phrased it to get around the thing.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's not right.
I mean, we don't know, like, the extent of that. But that's fucked up to begin with. But
yeah,
but
it's a fucked up thing.
All that shit will probably end if Microsoft gets it, because that's not how they run things there.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure Phil Spencer heard something like that. That dude is out. But yeah, they got a lot of money tied up in this whole deal. It's a lot of factors, like you said, Frank.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen.
The Cosby Room. Yeah, I remember that. And they had a picture of him framed. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, you're not going to see that at Microsoft.
I don't know. Phil might have a Phil room.
He might have a no hair, no Phil room. Like, no hair, no flair. I don't think so. Because, look, if they did that shit, we would have heard about it. I know back in the Bill Gates... Steve Ballmer era, there was some crazy shit going on, but it seems like it's more refined now. I don't know.
Imagine them bringing a woman back to the garage. Hey, baby, I got 100 megabytes on this computer. Like, that's impressive.
Yeah.
You want to play Jazz Jackrabbit?
Hey, baby, I got Linux on here. You want to check it out?
I got Linux.
Yeah.
Linux.
It's Linux, but people call it Linux. You know, Cracker Barrel still sells the Cosby Show on DVD.
Yeah.
Your Cracker Barrel.
Yep.
That's
It
amazing.
still airs sometime. Well, it did as of like a year or two.
Oh no,
ago.
yeah, it's still in syndication. Hell yeah.
I don't know
They're not-
how.
Well, it's because, dude, people got to get paid. Those actors are still getting paid. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like the checks has to still come in, and they sign those deals like they're getting paid in perpetuity forever as long as that thing still runs. So I don't know how, but you thought they would have just paid him out at this point, be like, all right, we're just gonna give you this amount of money, whatever. But now that shit will still run.
Imagine if he ends up like Sandman, where he becomes Jello.
He's a giant Jello monster. Like, what?
Ah, man.
No, that guy fucked people literally.
Yeah, that guy did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he got he got in trouble for it, and then he got released, and he was eating pizza on YouTube like a friggin' turtle.
Landon.
Did you see that? They put the camera right to his face, and he goes,
Yes, I saw
this
that.
This is fucking nasty, man.
I hate watching people eat up close on camera. Anyway, like anytime, like even in a movie, it's like I don't want to see that. Like
they said he was blind, but he's up there looking at the camera. This is good.
Just imagine like the guy shooting it. Like, all right, we got to zoom in now. Like
he says like a turtle.
Remember Tracy Morgan?
Yeah,
he was in that accident. The Walmart truck hit him.
Yeah,
he's in court in a wheelchair. They say he'll never walk again. They find him. They find in favor of Tracy Morgan. He stands up out of the wheelchair and walks out of the courtroom.
He won on the sympathy. I mean, it was Walmart's fault, but
yeah, but still, what the hell is that?
Yeah,
like,
you couldn't even fake it till the end.
We find for the plaintiff, right? And he gets right up and walks out of the courtroom. I'm like,
for that much money, I'll walk.
Yeah,
it's a miracle. I'm healed. Ever watch a YouTuber called?
Yes. I like that guy. He's funny.
I don't watch that stuff. No, I'm sorry.
It's a guy eating in his car.
We did, however, watch Ryback. Yeah, eat the saucy whatever he had. He had like the chicken sandwich. I forget what it was.
Ryback ate in his car with porn stars. Like, what is this guy doing?
When Perry showed me his channel, I thought it was a joke. Like I actually thought like this guy was like actually like. I thought he was playing, like, I mean, obviously, like, they all have gimmicks, but I really thought that he was playing into a gimmick. But no, like, he actually just works out with porn stars and eats chicken in his car.
He's like, I can't bring you back home because my mom will get mad. Yeah. Like, they have to eat in the car.
Oh, man.
My mom's sleeping. I can't bring you back to my house.
We got to be quiet, Yeah, that was just such a weird, like, rabbit hole to see his videos. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, so we're in the, I'm at, what was he at? Chipotle or Pancheros? And he's like, I'm eating this thing. And it's just like, I don't need to see you eat it. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't expect Ryback to be doing that. You know, I just expected him to be doing some like shitty wrestling or whatever.
I hope no one ate the Alfredo. So,
oh, God.
Extra garlicky.
And gave him the used balloons.
Oh. Those are Alfredo balloons.
He actually bought a food tray to put in his truck.
Oh, what a slob.
So when I do this, I don't want to get this on the floor.
Did you see that guy? I don't know, what, maybe it was California, the Tesla guy. He'd drive a Tesla that was all black. He'd stop in the middle of the highway, get out and hit people's cars. They threw him in jail.
What a nut.
He's on like $5 million bail.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Imagine if that guy pulled up in front of Ryback and hit his car while he's eating.
Oh my god! He
spills some food all over the car.
He's like,
Ryback would squish him.
Yeah.
So Ryback told a story about how, because he lives in like a cul-de-sac, I guess, in Arizona or Vegas. I'm sorry. And he said a neighbor sideswiped his mom's car. So he chased the neighbor down the street. The neighbor was driving. And he like went to his house and banged on the door. And the guy's like, "This is racist." He goes, "This is racism, motherfucker. This is me getting revenge." Like, my mom's car. And I'm just like, why is he telling this story? It's stupid.
You know how scary that would be to see Ryback chasing you, though? Like,
if,
you'd
yeah,
definitely be freaked
that's
out.
scary. I don't want to even think about that. As much food as this dude eats for videos and works out and probably takes whatever else special supplements, I'm good on that.
He's all natty.
Also, it's funny. I didn't realize his channel has almost like 500,000 subs. That's crazy.
RWK, take care, brother. What?
Take care, man. No, I was gonna say because it didn't seem like his channel had that many followers, but I guess he does. I guess he's. I wonder if he's gonna. You know what they're.
He said some crazy shit, man. He said that Vince was trying to stop him from getting his name, which I believe. But then he's saying that Vince's connections can get him killed and murdered, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Maybe like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, not now.
The connections will kill me, brother. It's like what? Well,
that's
happened?
What he was saying. Well, I don't want to get into it, but I'll tell you.
Right. Yeah. He was just doing some dumb shit and eating sandwiches like he always does. Oh, speaking of food, guys, I don't know if you care about this at all, but Pizza Hut's the first time since 1997 or 98, I think, the PS1 demo days. Because it's literally the commercial that was on the PS1 demo and played on TV. The Brooklyn style pizza is finally back at Pizza Hut.
Well, for the first time, they keep shutting them down.
For the first time since like 1998. So I'm gonna try to order that like on a Friday. I think this Friday coming up, and that'll be fun. So I'm gonna bust out the Pizza Hut demo. It's literally that. It's that commercial that was in the Pizza Hut demo. I guess that's what they had at the time. Right. Yeah, I only have like one Pizza Hut around me, and it's a Pizza Hut Express. Like you can't like eat inside; you can only go through the drive-through window or pick up.
We have
it's not like a restaurant. You have a legit one. I've seen yours.
That's the only one. No.
Yeah.
The one by Frank's.
Yeah, the big New Yorker pizza, 6 extra large slices for $13.99. It's back. That's what it says on the website. So I gotta get me some of that. I never had it. Like. From them.
They have to accost you when you go pick it up. Hey, big New Yorker pizza.
Yeah,
I'll show you big New York.
Where's the PS1 demo?
People imagine they got a bunch of Italians protesting. This is real pizza. Don't eat here.
Yeah.
You're selling your soul to the devil, kid.
And it was so funny because I was just like looking up one of the those old commercials, and someone said, "Oh, the big New Yorker's back," and I was like, "What?" Like because I never had it, and this is like a big ass I guess pepperoni by default. It's already on there, so which is fine with me. So I'll check it out, let you guys know what I think. I mean, look, it's fast food pizza, but if I had to pick one, I'd pick Pizza Hut over Domino's.
Domino's fucking sucks, dude. It tastes like shit.
And Yappa Pons, I'll take Pizza Hut over that any day. You know what I mean? Fuck that.
Pizza Hut for the fucking win.
Yeah, dude.
If I have to eat that type of pizza.
Yeah.
They all died off, yeah.
Yeah, man. All the restaurant ones by me closed. So.
Favorite meat sandwich?
People.
Ham and cheese, meatball sub. Roast beef. Roast beef with white American. Can't say white American, Ant.
Oh yeah, we can on at the deli. It's like it's the cheese, man. Sorry.
Somebody complained because the guy didn't wear gloves. Right? They were like, "Hey, it's kind of messed up." And the guy wrote a tirade in the review saying, "Oh, it's just like Capitol Hill." It's like, what?
What a maniac!
What's that to do with you not wearing gloves, you slob?
Yeah, it's like I doubt this person just wrote this.
This guy took a piss and then touched the fucking cold cuts with his hands. What's that to do with anything?
I touched the meat in there, and I'm touching meat out here.
Yeah. Double win.
It's nasty, but yeah, that's how crazy that guy is. We don't go there. We have Pizza Hut near me. Not many of them left. Yeah, they shut the one by Frank's house down.
Yeah.
Tried Sicily pizza. Being called Detroit style pizza. I'm tired of seeing Sicilian pizza being called Detroit style pizza. Yeah, what's with that? It's always Sicilian to me.
Sicilian to me.
Fuck Domino's and Papa John's. I agree. I never had Papa John's.
Yeah, man.
I tried Domino's and it was shit. And I was like, I looked at my wife and was like, how can you eat that? It's nasty. I guess she just grew up with Domino's. I was always a Pizza Hut guy. Papa John's I never had, but I heard it tastes like cardboard.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're right. No one out pizzas the Hut.
You can't.
No fucking way, man. Last time I ordered from Pizza Hut, they barely put any toppings on my pizza. Fuck them. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just get bad orders or a bad store. Like, I mean, we've all had bad experiences at stores, and then you go back to them, and then sometimes you have a good experience. So it's
They're like McDonald's, though. They sell the franchise to people.
Yeah.
And it's up to those people to fix the food.
If it's like shitty service, then it's like, unfortunately, it's like, all right, you either got to find another one or just, get real pizza, which is probably what we should all do.
If there's not another one, you got to go in there and be like, listen, lady, I paid for the fucking pizza. I want my fucking toppings. You put them on right now, okay?
You put like one on there. What the fuck?
Cut a promo. Let me tell you something, lady.
He called us Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Hey, lady, this is Hulk Hogan. You didn't put nothing on my food, brother. I'm hungry, brother. Bring me my fucking food back. I'm going to tell the NWO if you don't put toppings on my pizza.
Imagine a bunch of guys in NWO shirts flexing outside, like, "Oh, you better put it on."
I'm here for the big New Yorker.
The 3 limos pop up to Pizza Hut with all the NWO guys. They all go in there.
We warned you. There's not enough pepperoni on there.
We warned you. I have some local pizza places that make pizza better. Yeah, I mean, they do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and especially over here on the East Coast, like, there's plenty of
Hungry
stuff,
Howie's.
plenty of options,
And if I'm desperate, Little Caesars for pizza chains. Otherwise, give me mom and pop.
I've
shop.
never had Little Caesars.
We have it here, and I had it for the first time a few months ago, and it's okay for $8 pizza.
Okay. I was gonna say you thought it was overhyped, but because people said
I got the thin crust pepperoni.
Okay.
Beautiful. That's like if you want like fast food pizza, but like the low end snack portions.
Yeah, not like a huge.
It up in like little things, little squares. In Ohio, they do that for every pizza. They slice open squares. You know that, right?
It's not triangles.
Triangle? No, they're squares.
Yeah.
In Ohio, they'll cut your pizza up into squares automatically. You can't just get a slice.
By default.
That's some weird stuff, man. I don't like that.
Hungry Howie's. I don't know what that is, but we got to try it when we go to Florida. Whenever we go to Florida.
Hungry Captain Howdy.
Fuck that guy.
Uncle Howie.
Uncle Howdy. Howdy. Little Caesars is passable. Yeah, like I said, like I got the flatbread. I don't know how the actual pizza is there. It's okay for a cheap price. Their pan pizza is now called Detroit style. Pizza. I've seen the commercial for like 30 years, 40 years. I've never had them until a few months ago.
Pizza.
It's like $7.50 for a whole pie with flatbread.
When I was in college, they had $5 hot and ready. It was literally $5 for a pizza.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you could try it when you come here.
Yeah, I was gonna say the different pizzas and stuff like that, like especially the fast food stuff. I think the only one that I haven't had was Little Caesars. I mean, we don't really have any other ones around here besides what we just mentioned, like Pizza Hut, Domino's, like Papa John's. I mean,
I'll eat a whole Little Caesars.
Donkey Nose, yeah, I know, right?
Why not? We should do that.
I mean, yeah, I mean. Well, I was going to say, I mean, we'll probably talk about this off there, but I was going to say we'll try to line up whenever I get this Zedusa in, because then I can be like, all right, I can come through. But might have to get the big New Yorker pizza while I'm in New York, you know what I mean?
New Yorker pizza? What the fuck?
Big New Yorker.
Hey, it gives us a reason to go to Pizza Hut, right? So you can,
How fuck are you?
We just do that when we pick up the pizza.
Don't you hate when Italians act stupid?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We're all Italian, so I don't want to hear shit from people.
Yeah, no, we're all
picking on people.
Yeah, we're not.
It's like Italian. Blade. Blade's part vampire, and he fucking hates vampires.
Yeah.
So I'm Italian. I could say Italian shit.
Yeah. We see the stereotypes. We know. We're not the stereotypes.
So
we see them.
That shit. Oh, fuck are you? Like people still act like that. It's like, come on, man. We're in 2023, not 1953. Okay.
Have a monocle on and like, oh fuck you.
Well, let me thank our Patreon sponsors here: JB Zombie 89, Abo, and Hockey Fan. Thank you for being sponsors of the Game Complainers podcast.
Thanks, guys.
Also, want to thank our member of the channel, Liquor Sandwich, and I believe Nick, your buddy Nick, he's also a member as well.
Yes.
I have to pull up the member sheet. Why doesn't YouTube just have like your members in the corner or something?
It's kind of dumb. You have to kind of find that like category in
why should I have to find
the
it?
settings. It's so dumb. Like I wish they actually put it on the streaming dashboard. You know what I mean? So it's right there, and you can be like, all right, like my current members are blah blah blah. Like got to pull up a different tab. But
okay, so there's a Twitter account that tweets out like 70s like appliances. They just tweeted my grandparents' friggin' can opener.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this to you guys right now. Everybody had these in the 70s. Sounded like a 747 firing up, and it took 9 hours to open a fucking can. That's what the guy wrote. Here, let me send this to you. Are there any sales on PlayStation or anything?
It's all the same crap.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything worthwhile.
They're taking those things off PlayStation, so that's great. Let's take away more games from gamers.
Yeah.
Oh, you bought a PS5 and you paid even more money for it? Well, we're not going to give you those games that we gave the people when they paid less money for the console. And I get my can opener. Frank, I actually used this can opener.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
The GE.
Yep. We actually had that.
The cream colored like item. That's cool.
Or piss yellow.
Yeah, piss yellow.
Ugh. So what else? Is there any late breaking news or anything before we go?
I didn't see any.
Any questions from the chat room? Happy February. Scream hits next month. Yes, I can't wait.
No, nothing too great.
Phil Spencer had Alan Wake for 360 on his shelf.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, they're making the sequel, so.
What does that mean? Game Pass?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I thought that company hated Xbox.
They did, but who knows? Remedy, they're a bunch of bitches, man, over there. That one guy who did the interviews, such a fucking bullshitter, that guy. Well, we are charging more money because it costs us more time. And blah, 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 blah. It's like, shut up.
You're talking about Sam Lake?
Is that the guy? I don't even know what his name is.
It's the main designer, like the lead designer.
Dude or something.
Yeah, he did the face model for Max Payne. Like, the original face model where he's like squinting, that was him. Because he, worked on Max Payne, obviously, because he's Remedy.
But this guy has a beard and like...
Oh, never mind. Yeah, never mind then. Because I don't think the dude looks very different.
Oh, Tomb Raider right here. Tomb Raider Reloaded will launch worldwide on iOS and Android this month. And Lara Croft looks like a Fortnite figure.
Yeah, of course they're going to make mobile.
Why is it called Reloaded?
I don't know, but it's got her with the dinosaur. Oh, you know why? Because it's the first game.
Oh, it comes out Valentine's Day. It was delayed on November 1st, 2022.
I can't believe they bought Tomb Raider.
Dude, that looks like shit.
Oh, before we go, Netflix. They're doing the Xbox One DRM.
Yeah, check in.
You gotta have an internet connection.
But how would you watch stuff without one? Or if you download it?
I don't know. You always need a connection to do Netflix.
No,
from
it's
what I
gonna
know.
track your router, like your Wi-Fi name.
Yeah, so you can't share passwords, right?
It's like, just make it so that when you log in, it kicks you out. Like if I log into my Xbox account in here and inside, it's gonna kick me out of one of them.
Right.
Why can't they just
do
that?
that?
I don't know.
What's with this DRM? I mean, look, I don't know what the hell's going on, but why put DRM on the fucking Netflix shit?
Beats me.
You're just gonna get people to unsub.
Yeah, because people have been sharing passwords. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they used to make tweets back in the day, like, "Oh, share your password. That's love. You know, that's love." Like they used to make jokes, like
Until
you
they
know,
lost money.
until they lost money.
Anymore.
Yep. Then they're like, "Oh yeah, we actually have to do this." And guess what? All the other services are probably going to do it eventually because they notice, "Oh, we could do this too."
Well, maybe not. They're gonna see how if Netflix makes money or not, or if they lose subs, they ain't doing that shit. They'll be like, "Hey, we don't do that. Come here," and they'll be like, "Hey, we're going over there." It's competition. They will lose all this watch time. Ever watched The Shallows? No. I never heard of it. There's a lot of stuff I gotta watch. I still gotta watch Melrose Place, man. They will lose all this watch time.
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs. Look at Ubisoft, man. All those IPs, and they fucking destroyed them all. And they keep making Assassin's fucking Creed. It's like, stop making a fucking game.
It's like that's their anchor, you know?
Stop making them. Please. I'm tired of having 1,000 fucking copies of Assassin's Creed. I literally have a bag in my car with Rock Band and Assassin's Creed and Mass Effect. I'm putting all that shit on the curb at some point before my birthday. Because I don't want them. Or we'll do a video where I throw them in a paper shredder. And then we'll get everybody all mad. You could have donated that to a hospital. It's like, nobody wants to play this shit, man. Who's got an Xbox 360 hooked up in a hospital and they're fucking playing it? Nobody. Give the hospital the new stuff so that they can enjoy games.
Yeah, yeah.
They could have played that 20-year-old game before they died. Nobody wants to play a game from 06 before they drop dead. Skull and Bones need to just die. It will. I guarantee you it's going to die.
It will.
I don't think it's going to come out. I think Ubisoft will be dead by the time the game comes. It'll really be Skull and Bones at that point.
It's appropriate.
It's a decent shark movie with some funny moments. I have to check that out. So we got the Swamp Thing horror coming out. What other movies are coming out? Scream?
Mario.
John Wick 4. Trying to think of something. I'm not sure what else is coming out off the top of my head.
Outreach Gamer supplies game consoles, set up hospitals. That's awesome. And I bet they give them new consoles, clean consoles.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're all digital, so they don't got to keep, discs around. You know what I mean? Just play it.
That's what I hate when people dumpster dive. And, this broken controller. GameStop could have fixed it and donated it to us. It's like, shut up, asshole.
So you're the one diving and grabbing the shit. Like, why don't you donate it? Why don't you fix it and donate it?
Because people get jealous. Because instead of throwing it away, they wish they would have given it to them. It's like, that's not how it works, man. People throw shit out.
Especially big corporations like that. Well, not really big, but a store like that will just throw the shit out. That's just their shit.
They're told to throw it out.
Yeah, it's a policy.
That's how I dumpster dived before dumpster dive was there. I didn't jump in the dumpster. Dumpster was smaller than me. I reached in and grabbed the shit out of there. This was before YouTube was like doing all that crazy shit. I went there one day with Ryan, and they had a box of N64 games behind the counter. It said Field Destroy. Now that's going to piss people off now, because those games are probably worth a shit ton of money. But I was like, man, I'm going to come back for those games. And I never found those games, but I found a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna find.
Never know.
Well, you know.
And then the internet, that on YouTube, like 5 years later, people are actually jumping in the dumpsters and shit. I'm like, man, you're crazy.
That was a trend. Yeah, it was a trend for a while. It's weird.
Yeah, you're not gonna go with. But they don't even want to fix the shit that they sell. You think they're gonna fix the garbage they throw away?
Yeah, no.
That was always the thing. Oh, you could have donated that. Shut up. It's garbage. Really? The guy pissed all over and threw it away. Took a dump on everything and threw it away. So, I don't know. If you're gonna donate to dumpster eating shows,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do that stuff, just donate money or donate a new console or something to the ward and be done with it. Or donate to, like Dreadpool said, the Outreach Gamers supplies or whatever, and let them handle it. But they got their own budget for their own stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we are going to run. Just check here really quick. See if there's anything. The Kiwi game got ripped.
Kiwi.
The Quarry got ripped. Cosmic Shake got ripped.
Yeah, Cosmic Shake is everywhere.
The Cosmic Shake It Baby, Duke Nukem. Let me check here. No Whale. What's Deal of the Day?
I just checked the Whale.
No Whale. Deal of the Day
Whale.
sucks.
It's a Surface tablet for $7.99.
Can I ask you, Anthony, what's those Friday the 13th movies that came out?
I don't know what
that
that
is.
is.
I downloaded them, but I don't know what the. I know your lady's in it. And she's naked again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Does your girlfriend know that lady used to do all that stuff?
Oh, yeah.
She does?
She knows. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't. It's it's not like I sit here like, "Hey, baby, let's watch that." Like, no, it's like I just watch it on Joe Bob show. You know what I mean? Like,
is
I watch
Joe Bob and her together or something? They have
no.
to, right?
It's just like he's pretty much the, she's pretty much like he always had male girls on the show. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like her gimmick. But like, yeah, she's always at conventions and stuff like that too.
I thought they were together.
No, I mean, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but I don't think they're a public thing if that's the case, but
Hey, baby, this lady was naked in this movie.
Yeah.
You wanna watch
She did a lot more than that, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I saw the picture with you in it, I was like, I know that lady.
Yeah. Yep. They're nice though. They're both really nice. We met them.
Bubba Hotep got ripped. How did it get leaked?
Saw that. I don't know.
It comes out in like 2 weeks.
Dawn of the Dead's up there too. Actually, that just came out on 4K. The remake.
Which one?
Dawn of the Dead remake, 2004.
Right.
That's up on the site now. I see that here.
Bubba Hotep's the best fucking movie, man.
That's a great movie. But I think I just downloaded it for the sake of just saving them. It'll drop lower on 4K.
Hopefully, it drops by the time it ships because that's a lot of money. But I have it pre-ordered.
Yeah, I mean, it is almost worth it. I mean, it's not like a bad movie, and I don't own it on Blu-ray, so like for me,
but still, it shouldn't be $40. It should be like $25.
$25, yeah.
Max.
25
on sale for fucking like $16.99 or something. That's crazy. But yeah, those Friday the 13th movies are fucked up, man. They're bloody. Yes, Dreadpool is correct. Anthony put a ban on reading names in the chat room.
I'm good unless I know what the hell it is. But again, people do that shit though, like that are actually trying to fuck you over, make you say weird shit. You guys are joking around. It's different, but
so this movie is bloody, and it takes place after 6. But in like present day or something. So I don't know what the hell. Like the timeline seems like it's screwed up. I didn't watch it. I skipped the scenes.
Right.
just to see like who's
Yeah,
in
like
it.
what is it? Yeah.
Apparently, they got Tommy Jarvis from the 6th film. You
Oh,
know,
Tom Matthews. Yeah. Come on, you pussy.
but he's like an old man. Like he looks like Madman Mars in this movie.
Oh shit.
Like he's all like got a beard and everything.
Damn. Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Apparently, like it's his family that's in the film.
Oh, okay. So
And
they connected it.
There's a lot of blood and everything. And then it's like a fan film, but it's like a high quality fan film.
Mm.
And then
They
the
put some money
second
into
one, it doesn't look as good as the first. So I don't know. They totally filmed all that on the iPhone.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So. Yeah, you'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
I didn't even know those were a thing.
I do have the I have it somewhere. I have the Never Hike Alone Blu-ray, which was that like, you know, the Friday 13th fan film, but it was like I think the second one was called Never Hike Alone in the Snow.
Yeah.
But I did like that first one. I found that Blu-ray at a Goodwill, and it goes for like $80, and I found it for like $5, $6. It's a red Blu-ray case. It's like a super limited edition or something. But yeah, I'll check it out.
This one is actually called like Revenge Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I see. It says Friday 13th Vengeance. I'm like, how do they use that?
And they're like, is this a fan film or is it? And I'm like, what?
Yeah, it says on the bottom more than a fan film. It's like,
yeah,
okay.
I think they just say that to get you to buy it.
Yeah, it's a little gimmick. The poster's cool though. It's like a callback to the first one.
Right. I'll have to check it out at some point.
Yeah, I definitely will. This stuff always fascinates me. Like fan films like
See
that.
how crappy it is.
Yeah. Or it could be good, but who knows? Maybe not. But if it has some more budget, you never know.
They mentioned Freddy too.
Really?
Yeah, because they say something like, we can't let what happened in Springwood happen here. So they kind of acknowledge Freddy vs. Jason.
That's cool. They probably have a lot of nods to the fans,
Yeah. But I think they got C.J. Graham as Jason.
Ah, okay.
They didn't get Kane.
Yeah, Kane have been like, no. I wasn't in Freddy vs.
I can't actually kill people. I don't want any part of this filth. Dude, he played Jason 3 times. And he
Come on, you pussy!
He claims that he owns a character. It's like, dude, you don't own the character.
Now he mocaps Leatherface in the game.
Yeah, does he claim stake in Leatherface now? The showdown was this commercial. Looking online, see if there's anything. What was deal of the day? You told me it sucked, but what was it?
It's a Surface tablet for $7.99. A couple hard drives that could always be cheaper, and a bunch of other crap. That's not worth it.
A 1 terabyte NVMe for $95.
Yeah, was this 3x4 or 4x4?
4x4.
Is it Western Digital?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has no heatsink. It's all right.
You can get an Element TV, or I'm sorry,
Oh my
an Element
God,
panel,
Element.
an Element IPS LED monitor. So if you want to get that, Frank, for your setup, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I spent all those money on the computer. I'm going to buy an Element
monitor.
I think he's gonna get a C2 at some point.
That's cool. Point.
The 32.
They got the Insignia 24-inch guy for $70. A digital hot air fryer for $80. A wine cooler for $430.
You see, on the birthday weekend, we got to go to Best Buy and just buy all this shit.
We'll get pots and pans and kitchen cutlery and
buy a stove and put it.
You can get anything in Best Buy. They got lawn equipment. They got patio sets. They got fucking exercise machines. They got probably a golf. You can probably golf in there. They probably got golf mats that you can roll down and.
Could you imagine
Nerf guns?
We plug an oven in your basement and I'm just baking pie. So right now.
I still gotta clean that basement. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I got a month. Literally a month.
Oh, yeah.
James Gunn calls previous DC leadership fucked up. Yeah, well, you're not any better, buddy. You canceled my Michael Keaton movies.
Yeah, people aren't gonna let that go.
That's what I'm saying, man. Everything I like, they get rid of.
Or like all the good ideas they scrap. It's like, dude, stop.
But they are using the Flash movie to fucking reset the universe. I told you they were gonna do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're gonna add a scene in where he runs too fast and blows everything up. They actually are doing that.
Yeah, I mean you got to do something, man, because they were in shambles with the movie studio.
They filmed the fucking movie and they won't release it. They filmed Batgirl and they won't release it. Not that I want to watch that.
Well,
I don't know anything about it, but
Brendan Fraser was in that movie.
They said it's unreleasable. It's like, well, they just put it online or something.
Yeah.
Put it on your streaming service. You know someone's going to steal that shit and put it on the internet.
Yeah, that will leak eventually. It's got to.
John Malkovich, he filmed a movie that's not coming out for another, 95 years. He filmed a movie that's coming out in, 2105 or something.
Just so he could say that he did that?
Yeah, no one's allowed to see it. Like the theaters agreed, not the theaters, but the movie companies, they agreed they're not going to release until that date. And I'm like,
what?
Dude, are they even going to forget about that shit? He filmed a movie 100 years that people in the future could see. And I'm like, man, someone's going to leak that shit at some point. The minute he drops dead, they're going to leak it.
Yep.
Moonlight Man. It's CJ. He was in Jason Lives. It takes place after 6. Yes.
So they did get CJ for that. Okay.
I want a proper third Batman film with Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer. Well, that was going to be Batman Beyond, and they canceled it. So people wanted that. They wanted Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer for Batman Beyond. DC didn't say anything. They actually had it on the cards. Because when James Gunn came in and fucking threw everything apart, it came out that was going to be a movie that they were working on. We were going to get it. They were going to do it right, too. We haven't seen them together since 92. Well, he's in the Flash film. But they're saying that the Aquaman 2 movie is going to tie into the new
That's
Superman
what I heard.
movie.
Yeah.
But it's like, but isn't Aquaman already involved in the other Superman?
Maybe not anymore. Maybe it'll just be like,
Superman, you look completely different.
Yeah.
Justice
what
League.
happened?
Why do you look like shit?
Fucking Jason Momoa, you know?
I want the old DC movies. The old DC movies need to be scrapped. Fucking mess. Well, this guy... So the Batman 2 apparently is still happening. And it has a release date for 2025. So you're keeping that. But
that was pretty good. I've gone back and rewatched
still
that a couple times, you know, and I thought that was, you know...
times. It's like 9 hours of your life right there.
Yeah. I watched it on, when it was on HBO, again, because I saw it in the theater. And then HBO, and then 4K. So, because I got the Steelbook.
Yeah, I still got the Steelbook. I never watched it.
Yeah. I mean, I like, you know, if there's one DC property I like and that I'll, you know, watch and put time into, it's Batman, you know, so, but, you know, I mean, I didn't think it was, like, mind-blowing, you know, it was a good Batman movie, but, you know, I like to see what they can do with the next one. So, like you said, they're keeping that, so.
The Flash. What do you think about Batista playing Lex Luthor?
I don't even know how I feel about him playing in this M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movie called Knock in the Cabin or The Knock at the Cabin. I literally saw him in the trailer and I'm like, dude, I can't take this dude seriously.
Knocking your dick against the cabin.
Yeah. He literally answers the door. He's like, hello? And he walks right in and he's like a part of this like community, I think, or whatever. I don't know what the movie's about. I don't like him as a filmmaker.
Close, that's why.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have his Adam Sandler crew over there. Good old Big Dave Batista, huh?
Now he likes M. Night Shyamalan, I guess, so.
That sounds like a song.
I know.
The guy's name sounds like a song.
Because I think what was the last movie he did? Old? He did Old, and then he did Split, and I didn't see any of them. I just heard that they were just like, you know.
So
I only like Signs. That was the only movie I like kind of dug from him, and even that was kind of like, kind of
Mel Gibson from like 100 years ago.
Well, that was M. Night's like big Well, obviously you had the Sixth Sense, right? I'm pretty sure that was him too.
Yeah.
But so like he's known for his twist endings and shit. So I think between that, I think Sixth Sense is probably his best film, I would say. But obviously, once you know the ending, like I feel like everything getting spoiled for you, like you couldn't, like you guys seeing that back in the day when it came out, that was like the best way to see that movie because everyone knows the ending by the time they even sit down and watch the movie. I never saw
Sixth Sense, and somebody told me, "Oh yeah, he's really dead the whole time."
So now it's like there's no point of watching it, and it's like it's still good though. But like like I guess not knowing that back in the day, then seeing that in the theater like before you can get spoiled was probably pretty crazy.
Yeah, the 90s was all about shock value.
Yeah. Like, now, you didn't see this one coming, and it's
you
like
can't replicate that anymore.
Everything's been done.
Like me, you can't. And me,
it's like everything gets done, and it's like kind of stale, And then they try to redo it. It's like, But yeah, I'm not too big on his filmmaking anyway. It's all good.
Fred, Bobo Ghost Fred. He saw Fabio at his job, and he said Fabio acted like an asshole to him.
Really?
Let me read to you real quick.
Fucking Fabio.
Just because I got to get this out there. We're talking about movies. Okay. I ran into male model Fabio today. He was a bit of a dick at the register. Bagged his stuff and he didn't look too happy. Didn't say thanks and just looked at me and other two customers behind him and took his bag and left the cart at the register. Oh, wow. Didn't even bother taking the cart away from the register to make room for the person behind him. The second customer was pissed and said, "What an asshole for not moving his cart." He cracked up when I told him it was Fabio. Well, there you go. So Fabio's an asshole at the supermarket.
Such a stupid name, Fabio.
Well, he's
so sexy, though.
He is Italian, so it's Fabio.
Well, he got hit in the face with that bird on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
The irony, hit the world's sexiest man in the face. If you ever watch that video, when the roller coaster is coming back and he's got blood all over his face, the person recording the video is like, "What happened?"
I remember when he showed me that. I was like, "What the fuck?
What happened?"
What happened?
All right, we're going to run. We want to thank you all for watching. Check out Dreadpool's channel. Check out his Teespring. Check out Jesus and the guys over at M3 TV for your wrestling coverage. Check out Anthony's channel, Let's Talk Resident Evil. Check out Trainwreck's channel at Vengeful Brick on Twitch and YouTube. I want to thank everyone tonight for the super chats. If I can go back here. Richard with the super chat, thank you. Camel with the super chat, thank you. The Alchemist, once again with the super chat, thank you. Trainwreck with the super chat, thank you. RWK88 with the super chat, thank you as well, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
We will catch you all next week.
Bye.
Okay, guys.
All right.
Thanks for everything.
Happy birthday, Eli.
Happy birthday, Eli. Bye-bye.
All right. All right. I'm on my way out. Thanks for streaming anytime. I'll catch you guys at some point tomorrow. Today, tomorrow. You know what I mean. Thursday. So, I'll catch you in a little bit. Take care. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. And that's it. Peace.